Hello and welcome to the Free Cheese episode 276. I'm your Joe Dix, joined by Ben Barris.
What's up?
Matt Zellner.
Hello.
Marc Augustiniak.
Hey there.
The Free Cheese, the weekly video game podcast about video games, brought to you once a week by thefreecheese.com. It's December.
It is, man. Doesn't feel like it.
No, it doesn't. We've done a lot of these things this year. We've done a lot this year. It's been a year, but it's not over yet. We still got our Game of the Year conversations just looming on the horizon. This week we've got Game Awards happening. That PlayStation Classic's out today, unfortunately.
Just bad taste in my mouth. Especially after watching a quarter of that DF video. Just
Yeah. Yep. A brand new Super Smash Brothers game out this Friday. It is a time.
Brand new is debatable.
Brand new.
It's a brand new title on it.
We will talk
Sport.
later about Smash Brothers Hopes and Dreams. Maybe, I don't know, whatever. We'll talk a little bit about what we expect out of the Game Awards, probably.
screaming, shouting.
Who's there, who won't be there, what we're excited about. Yeah, more on that later. But first, how are you all doing? Matt?
Fine. Another week.
Just check it off.
Yeah.
You got your little calendar out.
I'm
Made it through week 49.
through another cold month. A couple more left until it gets warm again.
It's nice out today.
It's pretty nice out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can fuck with today.
Yeah,
Compared
the
to
last
what-
5 days though. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Play games, you know.
Wouldn't be a Free Cheese episode if we didn't have somebody dying or
on
banging
the
on
other end,
something.
though.
Huh?
It's on the other end though.
Yeah, I mean, what'd be great is that guy on the other side of me showed up the other day. So if he just showed up today, then we'd have the full fucking everything.
The listener might be like used to maybe it's coming from the left speaker. This time around, it might be coming from the right speaker.
We're in surround, Matt. We're in the digital age here.
You know, just
I got us coming out both ears.
But the knocking.
Yeah, it's true. We hear it over there. They hear it everywhere. Mark, how are you?
Good.
Good. You and Matt had the same week. Just
Yeah.
Check it off. Move on
just
to the next
checking-
one.
There it
Checking
is.
it off. Just another,
another week.
Yeah.
Ben?
I'm really wedding planning.
There you go.
Yeah. Got my hearing tested.
Ooh,
Yeah.
how you doing on there? Did you pass?
Surprisingly good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, just years of abusing my eardrums to blast beats and gutturals. I'm like, because, I'll listen to interviews with, older musicians, and they're like, I kind of wish I wore earplugs. Because now I can't hear for shit. So because I do hear, even right now, I hear a ring.
That's just supposed to be there. I think that
it's
might be the
not.
lights.
It's not. No, I hear,
Oh.
especially when I go to sleep, it's just a really high-pitched ringing.
Huh.
that's like a form of tinnitus, right?
It's pronounced tinnitus.
Tinnitus.
Yeah, I know it should be tinnitus, but no, it's tinnitus.
Everything is
Tinnitus?
itis,
Yeah.
so I just.
I know.
Yeah.
But now I went to go get it tested, and I mean, surprisingly, my hearing's not damaged at all, and I just have very minor tinnitus compared to other people. It's not curable though, so it's something I just gotta.
Don't they make certain types of earplugs where you can still hear things, but just it's a little more clear as well?
Yeah, they make
even though
high
it's muffled?
fidelity ones, but the thing with those is the noise reduction rating for them is really low. So even if we wear them to loud concerts, you still kind of fucking up your ears.
Right.
So I just wear the big old, what are the Heroes
Mm.
foam one? Just jam them in there.
Well, good thing.
Yeah.
I mean, good thing for you. You just have to feel the vibrations to make sure
Yeah.
you're doing everything.
Yeah,
Just
you
feel-
can't hear bass
feel it-
anyway.
You
so-
hear it with your rib cage.
Did you ever wear them? Back when did you
See,
start?
I just started wearing I want to say 3 years ago. I saw Motorhead without earplugs.
Who? Yeah, well, of course you did.
I mean, I had to, but
Yeah.
that was just, I remember 3 days of just muffled. When you go to a concert and your ears are, your hearing
Yeah.
is muffled, that's permanent damage.
But can you imagine right now if you were I saw Motorhead and I wore fucking earplugs,
Yeah.
right? You would have been like, man, I fucked up. I should have been out there raw.
Yeah. But then again, I'm just paying for the price now. Just ringing.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's what we do.
It could have been worse. Yeah.
It could have been a lot worse. The shit we used to do.
Well, not all of us were badasses in the woods, fucking shotgunning beers and starting forest fires.
Drinking soup.
Intentionally start forest fires. I just mean, I meant more just
Actually start one.
I meant more just skateboarding.
Oh, okay, yeah. That, yeah.
Wasn't necessarily getting
Yeah.
into fucking all the breaking bottles on trees and shit.
Yeah, I'm kind of.
But that stuff too. We used to just stare forward at a wall and throw glass at it to see what would happen. Like it could have easily came firing back.
To see what would happen. What do you think was gonna happen?
Yeah, if someone sells you a box full of glass for $2,
Wait, you pay $2?
it's a flea market.
You're just
You know?
selling glass.
This is exactly what I want. I want constant banging, the dog screaming upstairs, and us talking about breaking glass for $2. This is a podcast. What is happening? Why?
I don't know what to say, man.
I don't either.
It's probably not
The
even
dogs
that
are
bad.
building something.
Maybe we should go to the flea market.
Dude, we
Add some sound effects to my
That's what you,
soon to come series.
That's what you got to do at 11 o'clock at night. Hit up Goodwill, just buy a bunch of glass,
that's what I'm saying.
and just start smashing it.
You go out back of the Goodwill and you start breaking that shit. It's a fun
And
time.
then they come up to you and be like, sorry, I got to get some work done.
Go out there with... All right, I'm going to pull us back in.
Yeah, video games.
What? We don't do that.
Uh,
We just talk about breaking shit. Man,
yeah.
that could... You know what? Maybe that's what we could do this week.
Break glass.
Yeah, we'll go get some glass.
I do that at work.
You break glass at work?
I mean, not
Outside?
supposed to.
Oh,
but
got it.
no, I mean, there was a day where it just fell off my desk, and I was like, God. And then, like, just later in the day when nobody was there, I was just kind of stressed. I was like, I don't fucking care, and I just dropped one.
Yep.
Jesus.
I cleaned it up. I was just like,
I need this.
it took no strength to do it. It was just
Yeah.
they're already fragile.
Well, that's what you got to do is go get yourself a job at a grocery store for a couple of months. Wait for that expired produce to hit.
Baby.
Dude.
Some good times.
Ooh, hucking old peaches in a dumpster. Fuck! Just shit everywhere.
It was good when I was a custodian for a little bit, because teachers were throwing out their desks or whatever
Oh my god.
to get new ones.
Yes.
So they gave us the old one to throw out, but in order to put it on a dumpster, you got to break it.
You got to
down.
break it. Yeah.
So I took a hammer to it,
yeah. Yeah.
and it was just that. It's
Office
like 8 o'clock at night. There's like cheerleading practice and karate going on right on the side of the wall, but you just hear, boom, boom, boom,
Yes,
just tearing it.
yes.
That's what I'm
Claw
talking
hammer.
about. That's what I'm talking about.
Love
was-
that.
This was very therapeutic.
Love that. What?
I just,
You've had your face in
I
your
just
hand for the last...
never broke shit like that.
Break stuff.
You're
about
complaining
today?
about your neighbors. Maybe that's what they're doing over there.
Good for them. Cheer.
But
You know what? If that's what they're doing, good on you.
It's just one of those days.
Just like you're so pissed, and you just gotta like
Yeah.
break something, and,
Yeah.
and you break
I
something.
mean, that's
and you're just
one
like,
thing. Like, I've thrown a PlayStation controller and broken them before
Alright.
unintentionally, but like, I don't go out there and buy $2
no.
glass boxes and start throwing glass at a
it's
dumpster.
The key word there was you need to be intentional with what you break.
Yeah.
That's when it feels. That's when you come to life, Matt. Come on, let's go. I'm gonna take you to the flea market.
They had a
We
thing
can
at
go up-
MagFest, right?
Huh?
They got
They
a
have
break
that
room.
charity event at
Oh,
MagFest.
it's like a table flipping contest. It's not really breaking stuff.
Oh.
but-
All right. So you know they have the. Oh my god. Oh, that's so good, Mark.
Oh hell yeah! Fuck yeah!
You ever hit a microwave with a hammer?
Oh what?
maybe.
The front of a mic. Anyway, look. Here's what we do. We head on up to the flea market.
No. Just whatever you're about to say next, no.
We buy whatever we can for as little as we can. We take it out back of the flea market.
Hamsters.
We huck it into the woods.
Okay, maybe not hucking in the woods, but I want to go to the flea market and buy some like just dumb fucking looking porcelain dolls.
Yes.
And just
Break them. Break them. Break them.
Just light them on fire.
Yeah.
Watch them burn.
Can porcelain burn? Everything burns. Of course it can burn. Have you ever burned porcelain before?
let's find out.
No.
Dude, what if we lit it on fire and then broke it?
No, we just started a new channel. Will it burn? And there you go.
Yeah.
We'll start with a kerosene
Yeah.
canister of that.
Will it burn?
We don't know.
We don't know. Throw it in the fire.
Show me proof that porcelain burns right now. Gotta find out.
All right, let's go to the flea market. We should go. I got a new vacuum cleaner. We can use it to clean everything up. Because now, I'm knocking on the door at 30. I got to be responsible with
Suck
what
up
I
the
break.
fire.
But you still got to break shit. No, they have break rooms. Just the way they have these like escape the
Yeah, I know
rooms.
what yeah.
You paid $20 to go in and fucking break shit.
Yeah, but you can just
Wait, really?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
But here's the thing: they clean it up. You're not responsible for your mess.
Oh, I didn't even think about the cleanup.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because when we were kids, we didn't think about the cleanup because you're a
'Cause we
fucking
didn't.
kid. You just left it in the woods and you moved on. That's what you do. Or in the street or in the fucking McDonald's parking lot. Doesn't matter. Someone else's problem. Now as a responsible adult.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Some squirrel or bird was trying to find food in the woods. They think that shard of glass is food, and then they cut themselves, and then they never make it back to their family.
That's just natural selection, dude.
No.
If you're dumb enough to eat glass, get out. Just the way it goes.
Yeah, fuck squirrels. It's fucking
One bit my girlfriend the other day.
exactly.
Huh?
Yeah, cause
Wait a second. I ask you how your week was, and you don't lead with my girlfriend got bit by a squirrel?
no,
That's nuts.
cause
Go on.
classic Dennis Reynolds styles. She's a dumb bitch.
Oh my god.
She's been hand feeding a squirrel for like the last couple months and has been bragging about it. And
That-
yesterday, I got a call on my way into work, slightly crying. Matt, the squirrel bit me. I said, "God damn it!"
I
she
love
okay?
this. Is she okay?
Yeah, she's fine. She went and got a tetanus shot at like
Yeah.
the patient first, just in case. And then she found out they didn't have rabies anyway, so
It's
it wouldn't be that.
pronounced
Did it bite her the same way that like Earl bites me if I go to give him food? He like gets way too excited about the food and just goes a
No,
little
the
bit too far.
squirrel I think clamped down her finger, kind of like the tip area, and like what held on to the clamp for a couple seconds. She said, and then she like yelled and it ran away.
Should just fucking
I'm
cock
glad.
it, man.
I'm
Like-
glad you all are like concerned because I just shake my head at the entire situation.
Well, now I know she's okay. Now I have more questions.
Yeah.
What has she been feeding it?
Call up.
I think
call
nuts.
up real quick.
Peanuts?
Like
Okay.
peanuts.
Call
Yeah.
her up real quick.
Yeah, get her on the podcast.
online.
So when it bit her, did it had it just eaten a peanut and then wanted more and was not satisfied?
Yeah, what was
'Cause
she, wait, what was she feeding her? What was she feeding them?
just-
Peanuts.
All right.
It is near winter, so was it the deal where like he's stocking up? He's like, come on, I gotta go. I need more. Is
I
that-
honestly don't know if they
What did she
crack
ask him?
open the peanut or they give it the whole thing. I don't know. And to answer your question about did it take the peanut? I don't think it took the peanut. I think it like
it just went for the finger.
Went
Victoria
full skin.
claims that it didn't know better and it missed and it thought the finger was the peanut.
That's,
I say
that's my
that
assumption.
that squirrel was out to get
her.
her.
Smell like it.
That's what you
it.
do. You get in close and then you betray those that you are
See,
closest with.
My neighbor used to feed squirrels all the time. She would just leave peanuts on the porch, and that's it.
Yeah.
But then instead of the squirrel getting them, I would go over next door and take them and eat them.
Free nuts.
And she would,
Fuck it.
and she would watch me through the window like it was row hose. It's just a rail between us. I just, whoop.
I fucking love that. So at a point, she just leaving
and
out
then,
nuts for Mark.
and then eventually she just handed me peanuts. Just like,
Yes.
you don't just ask. And I was like,
I love that. She goes to the
Sorry.
store and they're like, "Oh yeah, I got a little squirrel out back I feed. Is that what you're buying these for?" She's like, "No, I feed a Mark."
and then the squirrel started coming to my door, and I always let him in. And then he was so close, and my mom yelled at me and forced me to shut the door. Damn, I was like, fuck.
We almost had my dad did that for a while. It's fucking not unlike your girlfriend feeding squirrels peanuts. I've got pictures of him where like the squirrel just got to the point where it trusted him and he would walk up. It was like the fucking, the fucking Sistine Chapel, the creation of Adam. Yeah, that it was literally. I have a picture of my dad like reaching out and the squirrel reaching. It's fucking so stupid.
Fuck squirrels, man.
Yeah.
They're just
Furry
suburban
rats.
rats. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Furry rats.
Furry rats. Remove the tail. It's
Rat.
just a rat.
Yeah, they've better.
You don't see me feeding chicken bones to my local rats in the neighborhood, you know?
Not
Fair, I'll,
willingly.
I'll definitely eat a squirrel.
What?
I will definitely eat a squirrel.
Why?
Try
Have
it
you been
out.
playing Red Dead?
No.
That's a
Isn't that
trash
stringy
animal.
meat?
Is that a trash animal?
You literally just called it a rat.
Hey,
It is a rat.
it is a rat.
We didn't just call it a rat. It is a rat.
I would eat a rat. I don't care. I'll try it out.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Didn't
I
Genghis
like
Khan eat
rodents.
rats? Look how good he turned out. Wait, he died of diarrhea. Never mind.
Died of diarrhea.
Didn't he?
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
I
But I like
figured
to
he
think
died
he
from
did
eating
now.
glass.
Natural selection.
Yes.
Dumb bitch.
Survival of the fittest, dude. You eat glass, you die. That's what happens.
Yeah.
It's like those fucking people. You see those goddamn, whatever. Fucking dudes that eat glass and then they die. And
I
you're
used
like,
to chew on glass in college. It was
why?
a fun drinking game.
Oh, no, it's not.
It was fun.
Now I'm becoming Matt. Why?
I remember the one party, someone dropped glass, and I was just like, fuck it.
Are you kidding
Well,
right
yeah,
now?
walked on it. 100%.
Where was I?
Yeah, I chewed on it. Nah, don't worry about it.
I like how you're like, where was I? Like you're willing to do whatever he did.
No, because we were around a lot of each other in college, and I
were.
would have stopped him.
I had a couple cuts on my face, but other than that, it was all right.
You act surprised, like you have cuts on
Hey, I
your
didn't
face.
swallow. That's what she said.
Getting in there. Just man.
Oh, man.
Well, the banging stopped.
Did.
Well, the yelling started here. That's why.
That's They picked up on what we're throwing
They're
down.
calling the police. Like,
Yeah,
they're talking about eating squirrels and chewing on glass.
Welcome to the Free Cheese Podcast.
I
Video
heard us
games.
about burning porcelain out in the backyard.
Oh, that too.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Did you guys play any video games this week?
Yeah, somewhere between the breaking of glass and squirrel biting. Yes.
Yeah, what'd you play, Matt? What'd you get into?
Finally finished the story of Red Dead Redemption.
Dude.
Ah, very nice.
And I am very happy I saw that game all the way through. That is a very, very good game.
Word.
It should be played by anyone who is slightly interested in a Rockstar or the Red Dead Redemption series.
I actually gave it a little more time too.
Nice. Where you at?
I'm still not far. I did that bar mission.
Oh, with Lenny, right?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That was
Where everyone's a Lenny.
That was like, if you're not gonna play, you need to watch that scene. If you haven't seen it,
Lenny!
It's like it goes between gameplay to like cinematic, but it's like the way
Drunken
it's
cinematic.
shot, everything just has that
cutscene.
drunk wavy filter to it.
It's like montage,
It's
yeah.
a montage of just getting.
And then it
fucked up.
cuts to Arthur, like you'll like come to after like kind of blacking out, like pissing out in the back of the bar, and you come back in. He's like Lenny, and then it does that thing where you can go up to people, hit L2, but there's no option to greet. It's just, are you Lenny?
Yeah, like
Is that the one where everyone's faces turn into the one dude?
right.
Yeah.
And if
Yeah.
you use the
Got
left
it.
trigger to like focus on somebody, it's Lenny's name backwards with a question mark.
Oh, that's pretty good.
But like it's all first person view, so it's like watching a Prodigy music video, like
Nice.
for like Firestarter.
Yeah, man.
Because you're pissing, and then all of a sudden you're like trying to drown some dude, and then the authorities show up.
What, are
and
you drunk or something?
yes, you're fucking shit faced through and
I
through.
like
You
this
are
game.
plastered, and the whole time the filter is like everyone has like big warped faces. It's
Fuck
like
yeah.
Yeah, some of it, like Lenny comes back.
it's really good.
I think someone in the group gets captured, and Lenny made it out from it, so he
Yeah.
was like traumatized a little bit. And Duster's just like, Arthur, take Lenny out. Calm him down. And Arthur's like, oh, okay. So they go to the local saloon, and that ensue crazy
Oh, man.
mission of everyone being drunk.
When when the guy like antagonizes you, that drunk dude, and it's like, do you charm him, or do you go into a fight? Do you threaten him? And the whole time it's just zooming on Arthur's face. Anytime his face twitches, it's just like, and like the music's picking up. He's like, and then I was like, I'm just gonna charm him. He's like, you know what, buddy? Me and my friend here just want to have a drink. Can we just be alone? Like no disrespect. I was like, that could have went so many different ways. And then later he pops up again. He's and they just cuts
you're
them
like
trying to drown him.
holding shoulders and kicking and shit. Like he becomes a friend with the group at one point before you start trying to drown him. It's
Like
great.
I wish the game had more of that stuff.
Does it not?
I don't know. I mean,
You'll
as
see-
far as I've gone,
You'll
Yeah,
see
yeah, yeah.
more of that subtle decision making.
Yeah. But like, if Rockstar just did a game where it just went that goofy with it, in that not try to take itself like a little, I guess I don't take itself too seriously, but since that's in there. But if there was just like a smaller game with something like that, where it's just more like comedic driven,
You're gonna find a lot of that stuff in the side missions you'll come across.
like you have to go looking for it.
And so I did complete the story, all the chapters, and the epilogue. It is it's very good. And I did a decent job on the side missions too. I didn't hit all the notable ones, but I may only miss 2 or 3.
Nice.
I did like a YouTube search right after I kind of finished it to see it was like notable side missions, Red Dead, and like someone did like a top 10 countdown of the best side missions. I think I got 80% of that list.
Nice.
So I don't think I have to go back for much. I have not started Red Dead Online yet.
I tapped a little bit.
The
into it.
beta.
What's that
It's
like?
the beta, right? That's out now?
Yeah,
Or is it the beta?
I think they're calling it a beta because of how bad Grand Theft Auto 5 launched. I think they want to
okay.
ease themselves into it a little bit. That's why they had a weird release schedule. I
Like
think,
a week
too.
ago, it was only for people who had bought the game day one up until like the end of October or something. But now it's open to everybody. You start off as a prisoner, and depending whether you're male or female, you have your own penitentiary.
Okay.
So you start off in there, and then like you're getting photographed, and that's when you make your character. And like you have different head presets, and then based off the preset, you can edit like the eyes, the nose, the mouth. Like you can there's some deep customization to it, but then there's things I would never expect out of a character creator where you can like pick the blemishes on your face
That's cool.
and stuff like that. I didn't realize how sunken in my cheekbones were when I made my dude. So like from certain angles, he kind of just looks like Iggy Pop. But then when
Nothing wrong with that.
but when he
Nice.
turns to a side, the cheekbones are just completely caved in, and then he just
Oh,
has like a
wow.
normal looking mouth. But now he looks like a peanut shaped, like bottom of his mouth. It just looks weird.
Meth
Yeah,
addict, got it.
looks like he's sucking on two jawbreakers.
Nice.
And I gave him like
So
a
he's a
minor
Sea of Thieves character.
kind of.
Got it.
Kind
Don't
of.
compare this game to Sea of Thieves ever again.
I see no difference.
Question though, you can get drunk in this game.
Yes.
Yeah,
you can
anytime.
ride horses.
Mm-hmm.
If you're drunk and you're driving a horse,
I never did it. I
Is
don't know
it-
what to tell you.
is it considered a DUI?
I mean, I
I
think
mean, this is
riding
the
a
Wild West. There's
it
no
depends
rules.
if you run over people. So yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
I think riding a bike being drunk is a DUI.
Yeah, but you're
so-
controlling that. The horse is not drunk. You are drunk. So if you're on a horse,
But you're controlling the horse.
Car's not drunk.
you
either.
can't ram a horse into oncoming traffic.
Well,
the horse
you
is
haven't
like-
played this game.
Oh yeah, there's some
I'm
collisions.
talking about IRL, man.
Oh.
I'm talking
Oh,
like say if, I
We'll,
don't know.
we'll have to ask the Amish police that one.
That's what
Yeah, I
I'm
was
saying.
gonna
Oh,
say,
yeah.
yeah.
Let
Let
me
me just
call
go
him up real
ask
quick.
the local person I have riding around a horse on the 695.
Yeah.
Then we'll see.
I mean,
Oh,
there
there.
are some. There's some policemen that are still on horseback when it comes to like city stuff.
Yeah,
So
that's what I mean.
So I mean,
I don't
they
think
might
a
know.
policeman's gonna be
No
DUI
no,
drunk.
but I'm wondering if they ran into other horse because there's other people with like horse like carriage and all that. I wonder if there's just a drunk
That's
person.
what I'm saying, man.
Like doing that,
This is a legit question.
especially in our downtown.
I
That's
mean,
what I'm
yeah.
I'm not surprised if that did happen. You know what? Probably in Texas. Probably somewhere in
That's
Texas.
what I'm saying.
that's
Go to
happened.
like
yeah.
go to somewhere where a lot of horse riding's going down.
Now I'm
like-
just thinking of someone doing like a meth lean on a horse, just going down the city.
yeah, because that's all. The horse is all methed out. I don't know, Mark. I don't. Maybe. Maybe that.
It's been bugging me for like 3 weeks.
Well, if you're a cop, let us know. And
Any
'cause
cop listeners,
legally, you
write
have to
in.
tell us if you're a cop. So once you do, then you can tell us
Yeah.
whether or not.
But yeah, the online in Red Dead, like it has like a pseudo like Skyrim intro where like because you're being transferred,
Freaking out, yeah.
prisoners transferred on like a wagon.
Oh, you can go to that mountain up there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Fight dragons.
Oh, so it's
And,
like you. I didn't even think about that because in the game you play as what the hell's his name?
Arthur.
Yeah. So you're not playing as him online. You're kind of just.
You're making your own
This is
character.
your own
and you're
character,
Oh,
that.
that's cool.
So you're a
Okay.
prisoner that's being transferred to Blackwater, but on the way you get stopped by some criminals, and then you get taken to this camp where this woman had her husband killed, and you're trying to find the people who did it. And that's how it starts you off.
Does it give you a clear year of setting of the online?
Yeah, it's.
Is it 1899?
Believe if not if wait 1889 is that what you said?
1899.
I think this might be 89.
If it's 80, all right. So then I'm just trying to get an idea of where the events are. So if it's 89, it would
It
be
could be.
before.
It could be the same year because like when the cutscene starts, it says a couple months later. So I don't know if that means after
All right.
the game or not.
I mean, there's a couple breaks in the actual main story, but it's never
Yeah.
like years later. It's months
Right.
or so. Yeah, I was just trying to get an idea of if it takes place, if maybe you cross path with Dutch and
Oh.
Arthur or whatever
Oh,
at
yeah, I
some
don't
point.
know. Yeah, all I'll do is to make a character and then I stopped after all like the prologue stuff.
I'm curious how that plays because it's got like a battle royale thing and something else.
I'm not sure if it's exactly like a battle royale. I think it's just a simulator.
Yeah, but
Well,
I think
then
there's
the-
actual like game modes, like
Oh,
so,
is
like
there?
like Grand Theft Auto, like you could just free roam around the city with your friends and cause havoc. But then you could also like pull up a menu and go into like lobbies for game modes, for races or gunplay or whatever. I feel like the first Red Dead was very similar to that. You could free roam or get into these like team deathmatch lobbies or whatever.
Oh, see, I never got into a lobby. It was just that your friends in the free roaming section you could see they were all color coded because they'd be part of their own gangs.
Mm-hmm.
So if you just ran into them, it's like anything goes, and it's just like, oh, sometimes it's a shootout, sometimes it's not, and you never know.
I just like I will play the. It's not something I want to get into because there's other stuff I want to play at the moment, but I will play some of it for Game of the Year discussions. I can't wait to see someone on a horse dragging another player behind it, just going down a city. Like, yep, this is as close as to Grand Theft Auto getting run over as it's going to be.
Did I share that video in the group chat?
Yeah.
Somebody got dragged, and then it did Eric Andre. We'll be right back.
Yeah. I'm excited for the inevitable No Clip documentary.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Following up with
the Crunch.
What's their name?
Hillbilly
Agenda or something like that?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Oh, that was really cool.
Yeah, that GTA Online thing.
Yeah, that was cool.
Nice sense of family.
They started with Red Dead, right? Isn't that what it was?
No, I think maybe some of them.
The first Red Dead?
Yeah,
Some
I
of
think
them.
they did. It sounds familiar.
Yeah. Either way. Well, I'm happy you jumped back into Red Dead a little bit. I'm happy you finished it. That way you got it knocked off, but
It's knocked off.
I was worried Matt would be alone in his conversations.
There's questions I have about it, but I have to save them. Because it could be spoiler territory.
I see.
We could talk at the break.
What else you going to do, Matt?
Oh, man. What else have I gotten into?
Oh, I know what's coming.
Finally,
Yes.
after much anticipation and much waiting,
Yes.
the card game that will be the game of the year,
Well,
Artifact, has come out. And I have played a few hands of Artifact, and it's good.
how good?
It's really good. So good that you triple the fun because there's 3 different boards in one game.
That's what fucked me up. You were telling me about this the other day. So, describe the game for the average person out there who.
So,
Do me a favor. Do me a favor. Let me challenge you real quick.
good luck.
Can you describe this game without using the word Dota?
Would that just the word Dota?
Or any reference to say like in Dota?
No, it's going to be tough to say without saying like in Dota.
Really?
I mean, you could probably say MOBA things, but I mean, like in a general MOBA, there are towers in each lane that you take down to get to the mother base.
Let me see how Valve describes it. Well, tell me. I'm gonna look this up, but tell me how Artifact works. What do you like about it?
So yeah, Artifact is Valve's new card game, and let me tell you what, it was refreshing to see that old Valve logo with the thing, the little, literally the Valve in the back of the dude's head with the dong. I was like, damn, man, it's been a long time since I've seen something like that.
They make video games.
Fucking has.
But yeah, so it is a digital trading card game, and the basics of it, there is 3 boards going on at one time, representing the 3 different lanes you could play in a MOBA. Your one hand can be, or like you go through board by board until the end of like the round, they call it. So I'll put into perspective. Once the game is going to start, you're going to put. God, I don't even know how to describe this. It's because the game has a very good tutorial mode, by the way, if you are interested at all in playing this. But in Dota, you have 5 heroes, 5v5, right? It's tough because it's based on Dota, but it's also a trading card game that stands on its own.
Okay.
So you're gonna start off with like a hero you're gonna have 5 main heroes in your deck. You're gonna start with one of those heroes in each lane, which would be considered a separate board. All right? You then go board by board, left to right, and then once everything is done, there will be a shopping phase, and then you would be able to put out your next hero onto the lane or board that you choose. And you keep doing that, and at the beginning of every round, you will draw 2 cards from your regular deck.
Okay.
Now, there is a shopping phase, and you may ask, well, how do you shop? Where do you get the gold from? That is coming from eliminating other like minions or creeps or heroes of the opponent. So if you eliminate just neutral creeps, it will get you 1 coin. If you eliminate heroes, I believe it's 2. It might be 3. It's 2 or 3. And then after you move all the way through all the lanes and the round is over, you then shop for cards. There are regular cards that will just be like basic and present it to you no matter what your deck looks like. And there will be item cards that you bring in that are built to your deck that you will buy as kind of like they try to build up to your winning condition. To win the game, there is a tower on each one of these boards. The idea is to attack it and to lower its health. If you do that on one lane, that tower will fall and you will see the Ancient, which would be the main base in the Dota game. The tower's at 40 health. The Ancient would be 80 health. There's 2 win conditions. You could either take out the tower in one lane and then kill the Ancient, which is 80 health, or you can just take out 2 of the towers. So like win on 2 of the different boards.
So it's just MOBA with cards.
I mean, there is MOBA principles to it.
Explanation.
Yeah.
Would just be.
I mean, it sounds like if you remove the cards from it, you're just describing Dota outside of the win conditions.
But it's you controlling all of them except besides there's one.
Right.
You're not relying on other people to cooperate.
Correct.
Well, I'm assuming it's turn-based, right?
It is. So that's something that's going to be a little bit different. So because of the way the boards work, like a lot of, at least like I'm like Hearthstone's the one I played the most. But from what I sense in Hearthstone, like you made all your moves in one like go. In this game, you kind of you play a card or you make an action, and then it goes to the opposing player, and then they put out their card or their action, and it comes back to you. Until you both kind of say like, all right, I got nothing else to play, or I don't want to play anything else. You both kind of have to like do that, and then the creeps and the heroes will collide, and it's based on like. You can't choose unless you have a specific card in your deck to do it. They just kind of hit the minion in front of them. If there is no minion or hero or anything like that in front of them, they will hit the tower.
Oh.
So that's how you attack the tower.
Okay.
And so the 3 board thing plays into the strategy so well. Because you could, depending on how things shake out, like your initial hand or kind of just how that first round goes, you could just double down on one board and just try to just stack up that one board and just go for the tower and then the Ancient, and kind of leave your other 2 boards like trying to stay steady enough where they survive, those towers survive. Or you can kind of go for a balanced approach and wait till later in the game to strike. Or you can just kind of build up on 2 of the boards and try to go for the win condition there and just kind of hope that your tower and Ancient survive while you get the towers killed on those other boards. There is a lot to this game, and it's very tough to explain in an audio format.
So when compared to like Dota in general, it's in the community, it's known as one of the more like in-depth MOBAs. Like it has a steep learning curve. So would you compare this Artifact game, say, to other, what's that one Blizzard has? Why can't I fucking think
Hearthstone.
of that? Hearthstone.
Yeah.
So would you say, like, comparing the Hearthstone, like card game wise, like this is a more, because I don't think Hearthstone's even MOBA based, right? It's just
No, it takes the
Yeah.
Warcraft lore.
Yeah.
It kind of runs with it.
Yeah, I was going to ask the same question. Like, would you, when talking about Artifact, would you compare it more to Dota or to another card game?
Yeah, it's a better question. Yeah.
It's so tough, but like without knowing exactly how Magic plays, because I've never played Magic, I kind of know
Did you ever play Pokemon?
Like I kind of know how Pokemon plays.
You play Magic.
And then, but I mean, I did play a lot of Hearthstone, especially when it first released. I would still compare this to a trading or like a digital trading card game. Like, that's the principle of this. And there's so many different terms that mean different things in that card language. Like the word, like summon, or like, like in card games, like summon has a specific meaning and it's locked in. And if that word is on the card, it is meant to do a specific thing in junction to something else with the card or whatever.
Trap card.
Yeah, but the game is it does so well in explaining everything if you want it to. So at any time, you can double click on a card and you can see all the stats. All those keywords on that would be on the card are underlined, so you can hover right over it.
That's cool.
And it will tell you what that word exactly means. And it will do everything. It will be like, even the word tower would be underlined to let you know, hey, this is a tower. Or like, this is what the tower is. So there's no confusion. If you play a MOBA of any kind, I feel like after the tutorial, you got the sense of how the boards work and what they're trying to do. The hardest part, like in any card game that you're brand new to, is going to be learning the cards themselves, learning kind of like the meta, the meta to build a deck, and then kind of knowing like how to play around another deck. It's just learning the cards in general, so that way you know what to play at certain times and how to account for like another deck's win condition or something like that. I'm past the point, I think, for the most part, of after even just a few hands. I think I've only played like 6 or so, and I felt comfortable after the 2 bot games the game makes you play for the tutorial. I felt comfortable like maneuvering the board. It was just, like I understood how the game flow worked and what most of the terminology meant. What I had to work on was the fact, like, all right, I know that there's 3 different boards, but instead of me playing my whole hand in that first lane, I have to remember that I got other stuff in other lanes. And it's very easy. You just double click on the board anywhere. You can always zoom out. There's also arrows on the ends of the board where you can just quickly go from board to board to see, what you kind of plan out some strategies and whatnot. That's going to be the hardest part. So like, in Pokemon, you're working with, what's in front of you is what's in front of you. And this it's just a longer board, and you just have to account for like you're playing these cards in 3 different areas that may not necessarily affect that other lane you're in. It's a lot, and I know I'm probably not doing the greatest job describing this in an audio format, but I can't stress enough that even if this sounds very fucking confusing, the game explains it very well in those 2 initial bot matches.
It just kind of sounds like you're just playing 3 rounds at once.
It kind of is like that, yeah. But like they all... So like there are cards though, or hero abilities or something like that, where like I could move my hero to the next lane.
Okay.
Like one of the very popular, and it's all based in Dota lore. So there is a very popular item called a Blink Dagger in Dota, and it's something that teleports you a short distance. So it's great for ganking or kind of hiding in the tree line and then coming out to the lane and stunning an opponent and just having your team rush in. In this game, there is a Blink Dagger card, and it lets you can put it on a hero, and it will let them move a lane whenever you want them to, and it has like a 2-turn cooldown for you to be able to use that ability again. So like,
but an item like that's not a one and done. You can continue to use it.
Correct. So there's going to be most of the items like. So the creeps are pretty much going to be the creeps. They may have like some kind of calling action or something they do at the end of every turn. But the heroes, you're going to see there's like a health slot, an armor slot, and a weapon slot that you could put like different armors and stuff. And they may just be like increased health by 4. Some of them may have an effect before the turn starts or after the turn starts. Some of them may have an effect like if it's in the middle lane, it won't do anything until it gets to the middle lane turn, and then the card will do something. That stuff, you can't play more than 2 like weapons on the same hero. Like it's kind of like, if you have like a +4, if you have a weapon that has like a +4 attack and you put on your hero, and then you get one that's +2, they won't stack. The +2 will replace the +4, and you essentially burn the +4 card. You can't just swap that out. So like, you can equip the heroes like that. There's also ones that permanently, like they don't go into any of those slots. They're just a permanent buff onto the hero as well. And then even if the hero dies, like you're saying, the hero will revive just like in Dota after a time. And you will be able to replay that card with all the perks it has. And that's would be another mechanic to the game. Your creeps, once they die, they're dead, like your regular card creeps. Your heroes, when they die, they're out for the rest of that round, and then the next round. And then, after that, before the round starts, you can play that hero in any lane again.
That's cool.
Some basic principles to the game. They stress 4 different card colors: black, green, red, and blue. Each one kind of represents a different style of play. Like, blue is very magic-driven with big damage-dealing cards, like spells, and card draw. Green is something that's like it ups your mana to play cards, like permanently or temporarily, to let you play like these big minions faster, just to kind of dominate a lane. Red is very focused on stacking up your hero's abilities, who are already kind of beefy and buffy, kind of like high armor, high DPS on the card, and the red cards kind of keep stressing like to build up that hero's stats. And then black does, I haven't messed around with the black decks too much, but they like do weird stuff with bounties where like you can mark a target, and when you kill it, you get more gold. And I'm assuming that like you would want to put high powered items into your shop, so that way you can buy those cards because of those bounties. You cannot play a card of a color unless a hero is in that lane. So if you are running a blue and black deck with like 3 black heroes and 2 blue heroes. Let's say I'm on the left lane. If there is no blue hero in that lane and there's only a black hero, I cannot play a blue card.
Oh.
Okay.
If you have both colors in the lane, you can play whatever cards you want.
Mm-hmm.
The item cards you can use, or anything that's not marked with a color, but that's usually going to be your item cards. But yeah, so that's another thing you kind of have to keep in mind of, like, if you're planning to do this big ol' attack with these blue cards in a certain lane, you better make sure that blue hero is going to survive to that turn.
So when you're making a deck, is this like Pokemon where it's probably best to have 2 types?
I'm still experimenting with that. I think if you get better with the game and you kind of think things through, you're going to be better off with the 2 colors. I'm still just trying to learn the cards and just like good win conditions with different decks. There is a on the main game itself right now, Artifact's doing a great job of this featured event kind of thing. It's a 2-week thing, but they've made like 6 preset decks, and some of them are blended decks, some of them are like all green or whatever. Okay. I've been using those as an event, so like you pick one of those and then you queue up and play online against another person using one of those 6 decks. I've been doing that to kind of learn the cards, learn the win conditions, that kind of stuff. And I feel like I'm learning, and I have some decent decks with that. Now, of course, once you start queuing up, with your own decks, you don't want to probably use those decks. There's probably tweaks to them that will make them better. But I'm not nearly enough comfortable to start even thinking about building a deck. If anything, I might use those draft modes. So there's different modes where like you pick from a series of cards, as many cards as you need for a deck. Like you just keep seeing 3, pick one, and then a new 3 come, pick one, and you do that until you build a deck, and then the game will have you race to either 5 wins or 2 losses. I think that's what I'm going to start doing to kind of learn the cards a little bit better. So that way, it's just start seeing more exposure. The actual that's like the actual game itself. When you go to the main menu, there is 2 different types of modes, and this is where the controversy of like the monetization and the lack of progress is going to come into play. So there's a casual mode that you can play completely free, and you can play online with others, but you're not going to get anything out of it. You're just going to kind of practice.
That's cool.
Or whatever, and then you can do that. You can play with building your own decks and playing. You can do the draft mode and go in and do whatever. I forget what they call it, but there is an event. There's like a ranked, or they call it expert play. There's expert play where you can either take in a deck. You can take in a deck and do the same thing. Try to get 5 wins or 2 losses, and depending on how many you win, you get different rewards. There is one where you draft the deck, and you try to get 5 wins or 2 losses. And then there's a third one, and I don't know exactly how this works, but evidently you're supposed to be able to draft your deck, and after you draft the deck, those cards are yours forever, even after you lose, I believe.
why wouldn't you just play this all the time?
That's where I don't know where the catch is with that, because it would make there's no way you're just going to keep getting 50
I mean, like
cards.
you have to pay to get into expert play.
So the expert play does require a currency. It requires a ticket. Most of them are one ticket. I think all of them are one ticket. I believe one ticket comes out to be 99 cents. And there's no way to earn tickets. Unless you do really good in those draft modes. If you do really good in those draft modes,
You can get rewarded with a ticket.
you can get rewarded with a ticket or two. So if you're really good at the game, you keep up. But if once you lose them, you're going to have to pay to get them back.
So that's why the number one review right now is that the best card in the game is the credit card. Is that what you're saying?
Yikes.
That's a good review. All right, I have a couple questions.
Okay, sorry this went on forever.
No, you played this for 3.2 hours according to your Steam profile, but you seem like you got a pretty good grip on it even after 3 hours.
Yes, I believe that, yeah.
Do you feel like anyone, because you've definitely piqued my interest. Do you feel like if we jumped into it, we could get it?
I think you could. I feel like the longer you've played a MOBA, the more you can wrap your head around the fact there's 3 different boards.
Sure.
And that whole mechanic with the towers and the ancients, it just right away it clicked for me oh yeah, because in Dota you have to get through the 3 tiers of towers, then you attack the ancient and then you win, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you've had no exposure to a MOBA, it might just take a little bit longer for everything to kind of click, but you will get it. It makes sense. The hardest part will be learning the cards and the meta and the winning conditions of these decks.
See,
which is any card game.
Yeah.
That's even like Pokemon. If if someone's never watched a cartoon,
right.
Exactly.
Do you miss the smell of Magic cards in your hand?
I've never. Well, one, I never played Magic, but two, I don't need cards. The only reason I collected Pokemon cards as a kid was because
the character.
it was cool having Pokemon cards, but I never used them to battle. It was more collecting.
No,
and I definitely don't want to do that as an adult. I don't want to have physical cards anymore. I don't have a Yu-Gi-Oh deck. I don't want to have any of that shit.
You know where I'm at. You want to smell them cards. Oh, I want to smell them cards. Yeah, I don't know. So I think what I'm gonna do. I did sign up a while back for the Magic has a new PC game coming out, and I did sign up for their open beta or something. It's been sitting on my computer untouched for. Might even be closed at this point. I haven't checked in a while.
I've never played Magic.
But I'm curious. You got me thinking about card games again. And honestly, I got the new iPad Pro, and I fucking want a card game. But I tried jumping back into the Pokemon trading card game, and it just doesn't feel like the menus in that are so outdated and kid focused that I want something with a little edge to it. I wish Artifact were on iPad.
Well, it's coming.
I know.
Wait, is this free to play?
No.
I thought it was originally free to play, but you
Dota's free to play.
Because Dota's free to play. I thought this was it was.
No, so I can explain that. So it's $20 to get into the game.
Yeah.
You will, with that $20, I think the promo's still going on for the first 2 or a couple weeks or so. You get actually a free month of Dota Plus for the actual.
Receive a free 1 month subscription to Dota Plus.
So that will actually go back to the regular Dota. Okay. But in the actual Artifact game, you will get a collection of starter cards. So that way you're just not fucked. You can make a deck if you want to from the start. You will get 10 packs to choose from. Each pack has 10 cards, and one of them is guaranteed. I don't know I forget how Valve ranks their cards, but it won't be the lowest tier. It'd be one of the rare or whatever they call them. And then you will get 5 of those event tickets to start playing some expert play or whatever. So you wanted to start spending 99 cents right away. What is nice about this game compared to Hearthstone when it comes to the card collection is, yes, there is a Steam marketplace to buy cards, but that is not a bad thing. Because in Hearthstone, if there was a card you wanted, you could not go out and get it. What you would have to do is buy packs or earn packs, because Hearthstone does have a progression system to get packs. You could keep getting these packs for free or buy them. And if you didn't get the card, if you got duplicates of other cards, what you could do is burn them for dust. And then if you grind it to get enough dust, which the value, it's a grind to get enough dust for certain cards, especially the high power ones. You can then make the card
for dust.
You can then make the card with the dust you have. depending on how you play or for how long you play, I mean, if you really want to grind it out, you can do that just by playing gameplay. That is the nice thing about Hearthstone. There's a progression system. Or you could spend up to like $50 trying to get, a certain 2 cards or whatever, is because the RNG is not going your way and you're not getting great cards to burn for dust or whatever. In this game, I can go to the marketplace and pick whatever fucking card I want, and if I want to pay $2 for it, I got it.
That's kind of cool.
But isn't that like pay to win though?
No,
Like,
but
I don't
think
consider
about
it pay
that.
to win.
But like when we would play fucking HeroClix or Magic, or I've never got way into Magic. Like, and honestly, it's because fucking Akko got way into Magic. I bought a couple decks and I was like, I could do this, and Akko was like, okay, let me show you. Okay, now you're dead. And I was like, fuck, I don't even. Why am I playing this? But in those instances, you go to a fucking comic book shop or a website and you go, I want this for my thing. I keep like with HeroClix. Did you play that with us?
Nah, I had better things to spend my money on.
Damn, fucking
No, I'm kidding. No.
bought
I
strings for
remember-
your base.
That's
I know.
not a lie.
I know.
Not a lie.
$300.
Yeah, it's no fucking go on.
But that was the thing. Like I remember spending hundreds of dollars on HeroClix, just the booster packs, and I'd be like, but I didn't get the fucking one. So I would just go on the internet, type in the fucking one. I'd spend $20 and get
On
the
what
one.
though? You probably went on like. You
Let's-
had to go to like eBay or like some
There's
kind
like,
of side site.
I forget the name of the fucking site, but I would also go on there and sell the ones that you're just doing the same thing in a digital space, which if you're comfortable with the fact that you don't have something tangible that you're physically buying or selling, which in 2018 we all should be. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. I think it's dope.
I mean, and like I said, there's those draft modes too. Like, you don't ever have to create a deck if you don't want to. And if you're perfectly fine with just doing the draft modes or whatever, both either casual or expert, because I mean, even the expert stuff will increase. There is a ranking system in the background that is not being displayed yet. I have a feeling they're going to patch that in the same way like Dota has like matchmaking rating. I'm sure it's going to be something very similar to that. But yeah, there is some kind of ranking system in the background that I'm sure that are in like that arena. Sorry, arena is the Hearthstone term for it. But that draft mode has, that you can just draft and earn ranking or whatever. I don't know. Like, I just know like the marketplace has been out there for a few days now. It's not out of control. The highest priced card's only $20. It's not like some dumb skin in PUBG
Nice
that's
skin.
like $500 or something like
Right.
that.
You think it'll get to that point?
I think
I
it
don't
will.
know.
It's a Valve game. It's going to.
I don't know, because even the Axe card, the one that's $20 right now, if you go on it, like you saw it went up to like 20, 25, and then it dipped right back down to 13 because people saw it was selling for 25. So they
Right.
all started to chip in, and then like it slowly rised again. But I have a feeling once it peaks again, people are going to want to sell that card to try to get like 5 of the other like $2 cards or whatever. Because I think you can have up to 4 of the same card in your deck. So it's not just a matter of just getting it once. Like some of those cards you may want 4 of for a very good deck.
Interesting.
And then the other end of it, which was a good point brought up by a Kotaku article that I read, if you buy the cards and you eventually say fuck Artifact, you can always just sell the cards and get your Steam money back.
You shouldn't have said something. Now Gabe heard us. Gabe didn't hurt us. We're fucked.
I mean, you still spend $20 on the game, so you're kind of out there.
Yeah.
But
And you're stuck in that ecosystem of like you're still in. It's like you're selling them and you're like, well, I'm gonna cash this shit out. It's like, no, it's still in your Steam wallet.
Dude, I never thought about that. If you buy a game on Steam and you sell enough cards, you're kind of getting your money back.
Dude, so I joked about that one review because it was at the top of the list, but if you continue down, there's a lot of positive praise for the game. The game's like currently sitting at mixed, but some of the positive praise talks about the variety of game modes and what it's like coming from a Magic background, coming from a Dota background, vice versa. But it also says like, yo, if you hate this game, just open all the 10 packs, sell the cards you don't give a fuck about. You probably are going to get close to, if not exceed, the amount you spent on this game.
That's
Move
genius.
forward.
Genius.
Yeah.
because I mean, like some of
Genius.
I'm starting to learn some of the cards, like even some of the higher tier ones, or I feel like the ones that are like every time I've seen it played has been a very good scenario to play it. They're selling for like $3, so if you have 4 of that card,
Yeah.
it's
Why not?
$12.
How does it work if I buy it and I want to fight you?
There is a friend system; it's all
Great.
connected.
But it's
Yeah.
easy, no bullshit. I can just be like, yo, you want to fight?
Yeah.
And then we fight.
Yeah, just
Right.
in the main menu, you queue up together.
Because that's the jam. Like, that's what you want. And
Mhm.
I'm really curious to see how this works when they roll it out to iOS.
So yeah, I mean, I'll just say right now, we're planning to do a video of this.
Yeah.
It will go up eventually here. We just need to get it recorded. But if you're at all interested, listening to the audio description of how this game works does not give it justice. Seeing it in motion makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. I don't know when we're recording, but before Friday, we'll have a video on the site. Probably.
We'll have one eventually.
Yes. I would say before Friday. But yeah.
All right, I'm done talking.
All
Even
right.
if I played the next game of the year, I'm done talking. I'm sorry. I took 40 minutes for a fucking card game.
Hey, I don't know if it was 40 minutes. We talked a lot about breaking glass.
Okay. Yeah. Makes me feel a little bit better, but I still at least a half an hour on Artifact.
Hey, you spent 30 minutes to convince me to at least consider probably buying this game, that's what we're here for at thefreecheese.com. That and breaking shit in the woods.
Watch
Marc-
the video. Watch the video that will go up eventually. Sorry, all, if you don't care about card games.
The one card game I was last interested in checking out was Card City Nights, but that's nothing like Artifact.
Is that
or
like
anything.
casino nights?
It's by the people that did. That's by the people who did. It'll Do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's that universe,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it kind of like the Pokemon trading card game for Game Boy. That you're just a dude
Yeah.
with like cards, and you just go out fighting all different characters throughout the city.
Okay.
Yeah, apparently it plays similar to Final Fantasy VIII.
I was
card
just
game.
about to say,
Yeah,
fucking
It looks-
triple
yeah.
triad.
it looks
is
like Triple
the
Triad,
best card game.
but I don't know if it plays like Triple Triad. But it's like it's a 3x3 grid based like type card game.
But is it better than Blitzball though?
Dude, Final Fantasy X is fucking dope. But Blitzball could Ligma. You get me?
Little
But nah,
Pokemon.
dude, fucking triple triad and Tetramaster, which was
Tetris? Mark, what'd you play this week?
God fucking damn it.
The pot is stirring, everyone. Who's gonna
It's
who's gonna boil over?
I'll get this one out of the way. Back to my Pocket Camp news. In Animal Crossing, I have finally achieved an Isabel themed Winnebago.
You sure did.
There he is.
I call
There he
it
is.
the Isabago.
There he is. Mark's here.
The inside's full of all that. The outside is also, the pattern is based on her outfit.
Of course it is.
I had to pay money for that.
You didn't have to tell us that. It's all right.
No. For Mitomo's sake, I have to compare that I did not spend as much money to do all this.
That's good.
I probably spent a little less than half.
Okay.
Sorry,
That's
I'm
good.
willing to spend $10 on a card, so
I probably spent about 15 total for everything.
Okay.
whatever.
That's not
It's
bad.
fine.
I've spent over 50 in Mitomo.
I remember that.
Yeah,
For
but that was
a
just
piece of
not.
shit.
That wasn't for really Isabel related stuff. Though that was just Mitomo.
Are you sure about that?
No, because there's different costumes. There was buying the coins.
Buying the ability to put posters on each wall so you could hang up lewd pictures of Isabel.
They're tasteful.
Anyway. You fucking tricked me into playing this again.
I wasn't even trying to.
I know,
You
but
tricked yourself.
I was like, oh man, Animal Crossing was
Congratulations, you
So-
played yourself.
I too jumped in, and I went from like level 4 to 22 in the last week.
I think you're higher than me.
Yeah,
Like,
Jesus
I played a
Christ.
lot of it. At one point, I
like 18 or
learned
19.
that you had completed your Isabel quest because I'm wandering through my fucking campsite and I see someone dressed up as Isabel, and I went,
There he is.
walk up and tap on it, and it's just, Mark wants to know what you want to do, and I was like, goodbye, I'm getting out of here.
You want to check out my?
Man,
Come look at my van. Oh, but
I got a half pipe, which is really
that's cool.
all I needed.
I didn't know I could edit the campground more than I thought I could. So now I made it look like an actual fucking campground.
Yeah, yours looks good. I'm still working on mine.
Like everybody, like you can have like a nice flooring, some water, concrete. You
I
can
need
have
more
like
wood. Can you get me wood?
I mean,
I need
I
wood.
was born
I
with
can
it,
give you
baby.
some wood.
Yeah. For real.
I
I need 200 wood to change the fucking.
I get it at the flea market for the same price you got with that
Break some
glass.
fucking wood, man.
but like these campgrounds, my complaint was that it always looks like a house without walls.
Yeah.
You get all this carpet and furniture that you would not ever go
Put
bring.
it a campground.
Wouldn't be in a campground.
Some kind of metaphor.
So
Hey.
I decided to take that all down.
Yeah.
I made mine as realistic as possible. There's just that one tent, Just leaves everywhere. There's maybe a bike. There's some grills. There's a picnic bench. It's pretty much in a hammock. That's about it. And I was like, and then there's just all these animals standing around not knowing what the fuck to do with themselves. And it's like, well, I mean, you can go.
You didn't give them like furniture to lay around on, or fucking.
There's
lay in
the
a
hammock.
All right.
And then there's the picnic bench. There's some chairs. There's a swinging wooden thing people put on their porch, I guess, to listen to KK Slider.
Yeah, I feel good. I think the first time this game came out, I don't know why I didn't like it, but I didn't like it, and now
They've fine-tuned a lot of things and added stuff, but it's still the same fucking thing.
it's still, after playing it for a week, I'm like, oh right, you're just kind of every 3 hours checking in to tap a couple buttons and whatever. But I do like the core of it is getting furniture and making your place look cool at the end of it.
It's all just decorating.
Yeah, I like that. You do still have the daily randomness that pops in from like, oh, I got to go talk to Timmy and Tommy and see what fortune cookies are in stock. But it's less of that, and it's more of level up and see what new furniture or items you can
Building
craft.
that connection with the animals.
That-
If you want
yeah.
certain ones. Like, I wanted this specific, I think it's like a pink wolf. Her name's Freya.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
all my other neighbors are like stupid, and I was like, finally a wolf, Jesus! I was like, please, can you please come into my town? I'll build whatever you need me to fucking build. That's
Yeah.
the one time I will bend to somebody's will, because they're all just fucking posers. But, but it's cool to
Fucking posers.
But it's cool, like when you get a high enough connection, you can alter what you want them to wear.
Yeah.
So you can give them your outfits. So I originally there was the eagle, I forget his name, but like he had like just a giant
Zipper,
black
yeah.
sleeveless with a zipper. But I originally gave him Isabel's sweater, and then like a little hat, where he looks like he's in like a quartet, like a cappella group or something.
Oh my god.
But then I took that all off, and I gave him this little green like Dutch hat with a feather in it, and I gave him a white dress with the green vest. But
Yeah.
the dress doesn't translate to animals. It's just it's still a top. It's still a sleeveless top.
Got it.
So he looks like a Dutch boy.
I fucking love it.
So he's just hanging around.
I'll have to go check him out on your campsite.
It's
I need
funny.
you to go get all those rare creatures I left in your garden, please.
Oh, I don't know. I don't understand the garden. Gardening has always been my least favorite thing about it.
So right now there's a Toy Day event happening, which is Christmas, where you can plant poinsettias. You go talk to
Right. Oh, there's like little elf or whatever.
So I left your entire garden is filled with rare creatures.
Can we rewind for a second?
Yes.
Where can you imagine back then when Facebook was fresh, Farmville was the thing. Everybody was fucking talking about it. I could not stand it. Now here we are talking about a garden in Animal Crossing Pocket Camp.
With rare creatures and Toy Day and I bought some Toy Day fortune cookies. I got myself some Christmassy items out there
I haven't
in
really
my
tried.
camp. It's fun. I definitely want a full-fledged Animal Crossing, which I'm happy to know there's one coming.
This brings me to my next point. Why I'm still bitter about Pocket Camp. They updated, and now there's a cabin.
Yes, there is a cabin.
A full-ass cabin. Like, it looks like a house you would live in, and you walk in, and it's a big room with furniture pre-built in there. And I thought they did a camp that was a house without walls because of limitations of the game, where you couldn't have a house and live in it. So that's why I thought, they're doing this whole campground thing to kind of just put everything in Animal Crossing but separate it and make it more digestible. But then they do that, and I'm like, you could have just had a fucking house this whole time. It makes the camp even less relevant.
I kind of like it, though, because I like that it's a separate experience. If it were the full-ass experience, then I'd wonder what switches would be.
And also, if you can expand your camper, like your RV, why even have a fucking campground? Just live in the RV. Fuck the rest of them.
I like
Campground's not even worth it.
But I like having multiple things. Like, I can make my camper look a certain way, I can make my campground look a different way, and I can make the cabin look a different way.
Right.
Can't put a half pipe inside my camper, although I tried.
I mean, half-pipe,
Might be able to pull
Sure.
one up.
Maybe.
but is it really a campground or is it a skate park at that point?
Dude, that's what I'm saying. I want to make a skate park for all the animals to play.
Exactly. It's not a camp. The camping doesn't matter. That's what I'm getting at.
But it's in your pocket. That's why it's a campground. You get it? Pocket camp. It's in your pocket.
It just could have been Pocket Town. It could have been Pocket Village.
That's a good
Coming-
tagline.
Farmville.
The fact was,
EA Sports. It's in your pocket.
I just didn't like building a house without walls, but then you could technically still live in a house. That game misled me.
Old juice drinks. It's
So,
in your-
yeah,
Can you
I'm
imagine
looking
juice-
forward to Switch Animal Crossing more than anything now.
I am too.
But
I
yeah,
still
I
like
mean-
dicking around with this. And it led me
Yeah.
to jump back into Fire Emblem Heroes for some weird ass reason. Which,
Yeah.
did you jump back into that?
No.
It's. I don't hate that game. I don't know why I was so maybe I don't know, but both of those
because
returning to them just felt good.
I mean,
But
I don't know how Animal Crossing has more variety than Fire Emblem to me, but it does.
Fire Emblem added.
The only variety Fire Emblem has is waifus.
Well, yeah, but there's a lot of story and there's a lot of like weird challenges and stuff you can do in Fire Emblem.
Oh, that's why I don't like Fire Emblem, because I don't like those stories where you're just a new character, but you're surrounded by an all-star cast from different timelines, all merged into one fucking thing. I hate that.
But now they added it, so they have like separate stories. There's the one big story that's the thing you hate.
Yeah,
but now they have all these other,
which are like like recreations of past games. So like you could be Marth or you can be
yeah. They've got all that stuff in there, which is cool.
I think Fire Emblem Awakening did that as well.
In a way,
there's like a time travel thing.
Yeah. But what I ultimately want, I just want that fucking Fire Emblem game on Switch. Like I'm ready for Switch content.
So I guess these phone games are doing their job.
Yeah. Yep.
Like it's good. It kind of suffices for now, but it makes you want
the new
and something better.
Do you want a full-fledged Dragalia?
No,
Lost?
but Dragalia,
I do. I think it would be more along the lines of Diablo.
It could be cool, but I thought about it. I think Dragalia is a weird one because they stated in Nintendo in their financial report, or its financial report. Sorry, I'm using the proper possessive there. Nintendo stated it would never use its own properties in Dragalia Lost, which makes sense to me because literally they're just publishing this game. Yeah, which is it's just a source of revenue for them. It's not something to.
Yeah, but I would enjoy the game so much more if I was using the controller and not just.
Yeah, I didn't like moving around.
Because I like those types. I like action RPGs. Like they're one of my favorites. So the fact that I have to do it on like a vertical screen is kind of a bummer, but it's not bad for. I mean, it's
good for what it is.
It is gotcha phone game as fuck. So there's all that bullshit in there. It's too many menus, too many things to navigate through.
Yeah, I played it like
it's messy
for a weekend, and I was like, okay,
but
thanks guys.
Yeah, but it's not installed on my phone for a reason, and then Pocket Camp is. Yeah. So. But yeah, just wanted to update on the Isabelle stuff mostly. Let's go Pikachu. Just kind of chugging along, not much further.
Same.
I made it to Lavender, made it to Celadon. Was kind of bummed by the Celadon store. Because there's only customizable stuff for your Pikachu or Eevee, not so much for you.
Yep.
And even the stuff that's there isn't stuff that I would want on my Pikachu. Like,
I got the Team Rocket outfit and I'm set.
Like right. Like it's gonna sound a little off, but like it's all just like pretty bows and hats and like tiaras or whatever.
You want a wrestler's
and some
t-shirt.
Sunglasses. I just wanted a scarf, you know. I just wanted something simple, like or like a bandana to put around their neck, like in the rescue games or something. Like,
I am feeling less and less compelled to return to that game.
I hate that it's taking me this long to get a Charmander. I still don't have one. I'm like 2 Pokemon away. Yeah. But like, I don't care about the crew that I have mostly. So in the fights, it's just I don't care about some of the battles. I feel like it's almost too many between Cerulean to Lavender, like that whole rock tunnel, and then
I wonder if part of the problem is the fact that we've played this game so many times.
I think it is
that even though it's new,
because I didn't go in
the same.
Right, because I didn't even go into the Pokemon Tower. Because
I know what's there.
Because I know I need the self scope.
Right.
But now to trigger things, I have to go in there. And it's like,
right. Yeah, I just feel like knowing what's there, like there's no surprise for me. So I'm like,
it's like riding one of those like what are they called? It's like a ride like at Disney World or something where it's not really a roller coaster, but you're just on it to see like the visuals around you and everything. I don't know what they're called, but I guess it's a more casual ride. Like Pirates of the Caribbean. Right? Like
an experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what I'm doing. Yeah. It's like, all right, I've been on this ride before. I know what to expect. Yeah. And now that's starting to be my hindrance.
Right.
So it's not really the game's fault anymore.
No, it's doing exactly what it set out to do. But I think for me, when we started the game, I was like, oh, it's just like the thing. And now I've got so much of the thing that I'm like...
It's like every time I get the Vermilion, even going back and playing like just original Red version, every time I get the Vermilion, at that point, I don't care anymore.
Yeah, because you just... Again...
That beginning is so like simple, and it carries you along pretty well. It doesn't drag anything out too long. And then you get the Vermilion, then SS Anne, then Diglett Cave, and Rock Tunnel. It's like, this is...
I think that's why I liked playing Ultra Moon earlier this year, and why I'm really eager about Gen 8, because it's like... I'm excited to see new Pokemon. Like it was nice to have that return to the original 150, but then again, I'm like, I want some weird shit. Like, I know all this. I get it.
I
know
want just a little more story. And
I
like
think the
in
story's
between.
fine,
all
but
that.
even that, like, I don't think that would. For me, I don't think that would pull me into where I needed to pull me into.
No, I mean, like, but like for Gen 8, that's what I would.
Gen 8, yeah,
Yeah.
lean, go hard, for sure.
Man, there's not much news there. That's
Yeah.
Pikachu. So I don't know if I'll finish that. I want to.
I-
but I think I would feel more inclined once I have my Charizard. But
If dude,
because I just want to fly around.
if I don't make moves in that game this week, I don't think it's happening once Smash hits.
But my biggest has been the Messenger.
Yeah,
I have dived back into that since I've last played it, which was when it first came out. Yeah, I'm like I don't want to.
remind the kids at home what the messenger is.
It's pretty much a indie take on Ninja Gaiden. That is the simplest way to put it, but it's so much more than that. Very narrative driven, but it plays like Ninja Gaiden, but it has a skill tree where you can upgrade stuff, so you learn different skills and techniques. You know, you side scroll through. You know, it's all like retro looking, it's all like 8-bit, and you go from left to right for that stage. Then you get to a boss fight, but in between you're killing enemies and like platforming. The platforming is vaguely similar to Shovel Knight Spectre Torment.
Dope. I like that a lot.
So you know how with is it
Spectre Knight,
Spectre? I was calling Death Knight.
as it should be.
Death Knight's dope though.
But you know how like you have to hit like a lantern or something to get that extra jump?
Yeah.
That is a lot about this game. Because like in the Ninja Clan that you were like training in, you learn to hit an object or an enemy and you get this little cloud underneath of you as long as you're airborne, and you can get a second jump out of it. So you can do a lot of airborne stuff and still staying in the air with like platforming. Like it helps with the platforming and navigating throughout the levels. The story is really wacky. It's funny and witty, especially when you're going in between to the shopkeeper, who was an interdimensional shopkeeper. He exists in his own plane. He can travel throughout time. So where he is, time is irrelevant. And the conversations between you and him are kind of what pushes this game forward, because like that's what gave you the agenda to be this messenger. You have this scroll that you're trying to deliver to the top of this mountain, because another hero from the future came to like save you. So you're kind of passing it on. He passed it on to you. So to save your time, you have to go to that mountain. So that's what this whole thing is about. And then I'll talk about that more later in the year. Yeah. But yeah, a lot of that was drawing me in, and like the combat is tough. Like when it gets to the boss fights, like I've gotten frustrated. I wanted to like break the game because you have to figure out that pattern, and then like it's not really like in a Mega Man way, but kind of like there is more than one way to attack these bosses. Some of it is a little speedrunish, and I had to like watch a video for one of them. I was like, oh, okay, I get it. It's cool. But yeah, like the progression just kept going. If you haven't seen a trailer for it, there's a big feature where it shows that your character, the whole game changes from an 8-bit game to like a 16-bit game.
Yeah, that was really...
Your whole aesthetic, your whole costume changes, the whole level, everything changes. They were alluding to the idea that it's you're time traveling. Like that's you in the future. So it goes from like an NES sounding looking game to like a Sega Genesis type game. So like the music and everything filters with it, and it's cool. I really like it.
That's Ben and I high-fiving for
Yeah.
the superior 16-bit platform.
And but there's more to it. It's not just a visual thing. Like there's a reason for that. Everything has a reason for it. The way you play the game, the way your character does the things. But yeah, just I don't know where I'm getting at with this. There is a big twist, like about halfway through the game. I'm not sure if that's because I haven't really completed Symphony of the Night. So I feel like it has a twist like that to it.
Interesting.
To where like, yeah, I'll just leave it at that.
All right.
So that's why I'm just like, I did not realize there's so much in this game. And the more I'm like, I thought it was just a simple, like, yeah, here's a platformer action game. You're just blah, blah, blah. And it's like,
All of a sudden, it's upside down.
that's just the surface.
Huh.
And I was like, okay, yeah, I'm fucking in. I can't believe I waited till now to play this game. Cause like,
Fuck.
this is my trademark game. Like, not
Yeah,
saying that in like a weird, like, oh, this is an obscure game only Marc would play.
No.
I genuinely feel like everybody here would enjoy that game.
Yeah, you
Have
were
they-
texting me about it the other night, and I was like, man, I thought this was one maybe I could just wait, or...
Nobody's gonna play it this year.
No, I will.
But-
I will.
You just said earlier that you were gonna play Hitman and then call it a thing. Call it a day.
I meant that I was...
I would say, but I also don't want to pressure anybody. Like I'm saying, like only if you're feeling for it, do it. If you're not feeling for it, just
No, I mean, you
don't do
texted me
it.
the other night, and you said, yo,
Just-
if the
just-
people who made Shovel Knight made Ninja Gaiden, this is the game.
I
And I
mean,
was like, all right, well, fuck.
just the visuals, just the way it's written, the way it plays.
Yeah.
It's all it's solid. So yeah, I feel like it's very underrated.
I'm down to clown,
Sounds fun.
for sure.
I'm looking at it now.
I'll probably touch it before Game of the Year. I just
Yeah.
don't know how much of it I want to
See-
get through.
See, that's the thing is like the amount you'll touch, you probably won't get to the part where it transitions to the
About how many
16-bit stuff,
hours-
because that takes a bit.
But how many hours are you in?
Ooh, 12,
Yeah, not bad.
something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm not even.
Right.
I think I'm only about halfway, a little like maybe 60% through. I feel.
I should do that. Honestly, with the new iPad, I've been reading so many fucking comic books. So like my couch time has been like my non-video game couch time, or where I would normally be playing my Switch. I've just been reading a bunch of stuff, which has been great getting back into comic books. But at the same time, I'm like, haven't touched Pokemon, haven't touched my Switch.
Yeah. And like the
This
game,
might be the.
the game is also self-aware, and usually that might take away from it sometimes. If
It
people,
depends on
if people do
how-
it wrong, but
yeah.
this does it very intelligently,
Yeah.
and that's I mean, other than what we talked about with Red Dead, that was
Yeah.
pretty much that's me.
Nice. Well, Ben, I played some video games, and I assume you did too. But I'm gonna send us on a quick little break
It's fine.
before you and I share the rest. Oh my God! I think that ringing in your ear is contagious. I just got a little tinge in the left side there.
Really?
Yeah,
Is it from your headphones or?
It's a hair-
demons. I think it's demons.
it's hair in your ear
That's what it
falling
is.
out.
It's the sound of the ringing
Hair
of
follicle.
glass breaking.
Now you'll never hear that frequency again.
Oh man, just lost 59 hertz. All right, we'll be right back. Hey Ben,
What's up?
playing any video games this week?
Yeah, I got teabagged again in Soul Calibur. It's all
Yes!
good. It's all
Yes,
good.
yes, not by me yet though. I gotta buy the game.
It's just. Fuck. It's
It's amazing. Why don't you
It's-
just start doing it back?
Now, how's the math work? Is it still creating
Oh yeah,
characters?
it's all Create a Soul.
Got it.
Create a Soul.
Got it.
I don't know.
Have you gotten better with handling it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
From last time.
Yes. Because someone made a good point. Because someone even posted something about it on Reddit.
Right.
That they were like, this dude teabagged me, so I teabagged him back. And I even commented, and I'm like, why are there so many teabags in this fucking game?
It's weird that it's not a shooter.
Right?
It's so weird.
And he said something like, it's just Soul Calibur has a history of like being cheap with certain characters. And then someone pointed out, they were like, whenever I get teabagged, I just assume that person just went on like a 10 loss streak. And then they finally won, so they're just like flipping out, doing front flips. I was like,
Okay.
kind of makes sense.
Or that's just what they always do.
Yeah, or that's just what they always do, and they're just trash.
Yeah.
And
Which-
they're vaping and injecting Monster in their... Anyway.
Hell yeah. Hold on. Tell me more about that last part. I'm down.
Energy drinks fucking stupid, man.
Dude,
Energy
are you
drinks
ki-
suck,
Are
dude.
you kidding?
Energy drinks are Garbadgerino.
I haven't had a Red Bull in like 20 years, but I bought today the coconut edition.
That's
That
all I
sound did
smell.
not come
I
out
smell that.
at all like I planned.
You bought a Rockstar, which
Because I'm a
how's that-
rock star, man. NERD, you know?
That was my high school drink, but at that point, my tolerance for energy drinks have built, so they don't do anything for me. It's just
Yeah,
flavor.
you know, I'm going with the traditional rock star Natty Bow combination.
Jesus.
Speaking of high school, I feel like I'm drinking Malibu over here. This is
Malibu Pina Colada.
Jesus
Wasting
Christ.
away again in Pina Colada.
Solid jam. Solid jam.
all right.
Anyway, Soul Calibur.
Teabagging. Why aren't you doing it back?
So, it's just...
Because
Do
he's
it
got
back.
respect for the game.
I have respect for all the games I play, except for anything named Sonic and Final Fantasy 13.
I feel as a human being,
Yes.
I don't want to get down to that filth.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
Come on down, Ben. Come on
And
down.
it's just stupid. It looks
Yeah.
stupid. It's stupid. I'd rather just win, not teabag back, and just be like,
No,
you do this.
You see, so you're
I'm
almost
not-
correct.
I'm not one to teabag, but when I was really into Splatoon, I did squid bag a little bit, which is a thing. But
dipping.
it's where you just
Oh, that's teabagging. That's
you
teabagging.
you
It's
pull the
teabagging.
trigger to
Yeah.
go into
Oh,
the ink.
Yeah,
I
that's
hated. I
teabagging. That's
hated that
teabagging.
so
That's
much.
teabagging.
The worst, because I would just do it for myself. I would make sure. Maybe I didn't.
It's weird.
I don't
'cause,
know.
Like, in Halo, that's where I most experienced it.
Yeah.
And also having the name Balls of Steel, welcome that.
Sure.
Not realizing. But even outside of that name, for some reason, I'm just desensitized when it happens in Halo. It doesn't make me as mad anymore. But if any other game does it, I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? It's not supposed to be here. You're supposed to be in your own, stay in your own
yeah.
lane.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
It really does.
If I was doing Soul Calibur, I don't know if I would necessarily teabag, but if it was create a soul person, I'd kick them while they're down. Like not teabag, but actually physically kick them in their head until it says round 2 starts or something.
No, that's the thing. Like people will do that. Like you can have a good match with someone and they'll just keep attacking you, which that doesn't bother me at all. I'm fine with
Right.
that.
Yeah.
I'm even fine. I was versing against an Astaroth and he taunted me at the end of each round. I'm like,
All right. Yeah.
Cool.
Fine. Taunt. Got it.
it's in the game. Cool.
Yeah.
But when you fucking crouch up and down, it looks so dumb.
Do they do it over you or just from anywhere on the level?
Usually it's like, say it's a ring out, then they'll go to the edge. Total disrespect. Total disrespect.
and they teabag right?
And they
'Cause a
teabag
ring
on
out-
the edge.
See,
Oh.
if I ring out somebody, I go
Oh,
with
okay,
them.
no, that's
That's
just
oh,
right.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
just what you do.
Yeah.
I
So-
do it too.
No, I will throw a couple crashes and then throw myself
Yeah.
off.
Are you feeling tournament ready? You got a tournament coming up in a couple weeks.
So, that same night actually, I had to take a breather, got myself a water, sat down and pet
Water?
the pup.
You mean a stone?
No, I was like physically sweating and like shaking.
Dehydrated.
I was dehydrated. So I
So you
went
just
back.
had dinner. Is that what you're saying?
So I get back and Akko hits me up and he's like, "Yo, I'm about to
Lab.
go in a pretty much." But he's like, "I'm about to join a lobby with Boom." Boom is the guy that when Akko was streaming at that game event, Boom is the Yoshimitsu guy that defeated
Knocked
him
him
in the
out.
tournament.
Okay.
Boom is like, at least from what I understand, he's pretty much the best Yoshimitsu character on the East Coast. Like, this dude is really fucking good. So he's like, "We're about to fucking start up a lobby with Boom if you want to join." I'm like, "I'm not going to win. Why not?"
Yeah.
Fucking tear me to shreds.
At least you know you won't get teabagged.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
or did the best Yoshimitsu player in the world.
Spoiler, I did not get teabagged
All right,
by
that's
Boom.
Did
good.
you teabag them when you
No,
won?
no.
Damn it.
So I was playing against
Ben,
Akko,
come
and I was
join.
playing against Boom, and I actually won. I got a round on Boom. Not a match. Not a match.
Right.
Right.
Round.
Hey, it's progress.
That's,
Around.
that's a step. That
Felt
means
really
you're doing
good.
something right.
Felt really good. Got a couple guard breaks in. Dodged some shit. Felt really good.
Guard breaks are nice. Like
Yeah.
I never really relied on them before, but until this one, I started to like push myself out there with doing that more, and yeah, it feels nice.
Yeah,
once
once
pull
you
it off.
like, I've been doing a lot more of the guard breaks, and it's kind of like, it's all pattern based because you can just randomly throw a guard break and just hope for the best. Maybe you can or can't, but a lot of times it's when they're doing a combo, like Killer Instinct or something. You do a combo
Yeah.
break, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to get as much game time as I can before NEC, which is in 2 weeks. So
Yeah.
I think I'm not expecting to get a match in, but I'm like hopeful for it.
Alright.
You know what I mean? So we'll see how it goes.
You
And
gotta
someone-
go with that confidence, man.
Yeah.
You gotta go in there with your balls ready to be put on someone's face.
That's not
Yeah,
how
you're
he
right.
played.
You're right. So
Once you start
I'm
playing
not-
dirty,
no,
then
don't-
you're good. That's how you get wins.
I don't
Have
know.
you ever seen me play a fighting game? Once I find something that works, I just keep spamming it.
Yeah, well, that's what you're supposed to do. Once you find the hole, you just
Yeah.
they're not gonna.
Yeah.
And then-
fight against
But a good player knows how to counter those things. You can't walk into an NEC tournament just fucking hitting, get over here.
So this is the mass strategy. You find the opening, and that pisses them off because you just keep spamming it, and they don't know how to counter it if I win, right? So they get pissed off that they can't counter it, and then you just fucking all you gotta do just poke the bear, do some crouches, and then they get so enraged they can't think, and then you just kind of mix it up a little bit.
I feel like that's the shit if you're in real life doing that at a tournament where someone actually leans over and just hits you. Like,
That's real money. That's a lawsuit. I win. We can really throw some money at the freecheese.com then.
So it's funny.
Maybe that's the grand scheme.
There's another thing I've noticed too. There's a lot of people.
That's a good battle story too. That
all
black
Creative
guy.
Soul characters, by the way, that do this. They troll, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And they troll hard. Like I played against this one dude. He had a high ranking and everything, but he legit just did the rock paper scissors maneuver.
ugh.
And he was Ivy, Creative Soul Ivy, so it's Ivy with clothes on. And then did the RPS.
That hurts.
That's pretty good.
And then basically did her special, and that was it. And like when I realized he was doing that, I just backed up.
Yep.
So then when he saved clip, I didn't bring it up before. When you initiate the rock paper scissors thing, you just do like a couple side steps, and they completely whiff.
Love that.
So you can just jam it, you know.
Yes.
And bring the balls and then
So
put your balls in their balls.
that's how the round went. And
Yeah.
it's like there's people that troll out there, but like the more you understand the game, it's like you can troll all you want. You can do go ahead. I'm gonna win. I already know.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's fun. Can't wait for NEC.
I jumped. I didn't play Soul Calibur, but I jumped back into Injustice a little bit this week.
Yeah.
Reading comic books, I'm like itching for some comic book game. I'm, excited for Rocksteady to be out there and announce whatever the fuck they're working on.
Or they're not.
But they will be. But until then, I wanted something, just a taste. And, oh, man. I love Injustice. I forgot how much I love that game. It just feels good to play, but all the weird-ass lore and the shit you can get, all the customization you can do, like, so much fan service wrapped into that. But still, because I bought Mortal Kombat XL on that, was it Black Friday sale?
Mm.
It was like $6 or something. So I bought that.
and then installed during our Hitman video.
Right. And I jumped back into that, and I was enjoying it. But while I'm playing, I'm like, man, I miss Injustice. I played more of that, and that's good. That's real good.
It is a good game.
And I'm good at it. I think that's why I like it so much. But
You know it's on Steam.
what is?
Sorry, Soul Calibur, Ben.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
it's on Steam.
I'm on computer.
I want to play it.
It's a great
if
game.
there is a
I love it.
teabag mechanic,
It's
Matt
it's
needs
not even
to play
it's
it.
not even a mechanic. It's
Can
not,
you do
it's
it?
not in the game.
I
You
mean,
don't-
can
you
you do
don't
it?
hit square to teabag. You press down, up, down, up. You just
I
press
mean,
down.
I've played the NHL series. Bugs aren't supposed to be in that game, but it's in there, and you learn to deal with it.
It's not a mechanic. It's not a mechanic. Anyway, so
Mechanic.
Yeah.
if you want to bounce back with Hitman 2,
Oh, hey,
as we
Hitman 2.
discussed during
Know what you can do in Hitman
the
2?
break.
Teabag your assassination.
I'm fine with that.
So that's where you're fine at.
Because they won't
Yeah.
do it back to him.
Yeah.
There's no.
It's the computer.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
AI.
We're gonna have some
No
teabag
fear.
wars.
You played some Hitman 2?
Did I?
Oh.
Did I?
Well,
See, I don't know how you want to do this. You want to do like your like good cop, bad cop, but you bring up the good parts and I bring up the negative.
Where is she?
Yeah.
I'll say this. I'll talk about my experience in a
Yeah.
sec. But I was having so much fun playing Hitman. I texted Ben and just said, "Dude, have you done blah 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 blah? Where's it going?" And Ben wrote back, "Ha ha 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 ha." And I went, "Oh, cool. He's experiencing the same joy that I am." And then I like doubled down on the question. "Oh, so when you did blah 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 blah, are you making sure?" He's like, "Oh no, I don't think you get it. I haven't played the fucking game." So what happened?
All right. So I get to Florida, dude.
Yeah.
Flo Rida.
Flo Rida,
Yeah.
dude. Awesome. At this level, it's like going from the beach house to this level. It's almost like a different game in terms of presentation. This is like it's like a big breath of like fresh air. It's
Yeah.
it kind of feels like a small open world, if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
It's great.
That beach house is nothing compared to
Yeah.
we
I mean, the
warned
beach
you.
house is still fun.
Yeah.
Taste.
Yeah, but it's a little snippet. Yeah, that beach house, it's like not even a quarter of what this Flo Rida map is. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
no,
It's like the equivalent of getting that tasting at Costco and then buying the actual bag of whatever
Yeah.
they're selling.
Straight
where you
up.
get a year's supply for $15.99.
All
Yeah.
right. So, all right. Now, take that into consider, like the fact that I said this is big.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of shit going on. A lot of animations.
A lot of people in
A lot of
screen.
people. A lot of people walking around. A lot of voices. I'm playing this on Steam Link. All right. Wired connection. start up the map. Everything's fine. When I get past the, because you have to like get patted down.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Or do you have to?
I found that out later on. You don't have to, but it was just right in front of me, so I just assumed that. So, get patted down. Soon as you go through the gates and there's that crowd, get like a buffering thing. You know when you're watching YouTube and it's like all of a sudden the video quality just turns into like VHS.
Checkerboards.
Yeah.
Or if you're streaming on Twitch, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It was like that. To the point when it would just stop. And all I heard was like shit going on in the back, like in the background. Like the game was still playing.
You just couldn't see anything.
It wasn't streaming through whatever.
All right.
So I'm like, all right, this is bullshit.
Yes.
I looked it up, read online, and a lot of people said they've had this same issue with other games through the Steam Link, so they had to get a Category 6 Ethernet cable, which I already have. I just left that at my mom's.
Cat 6.
Yeah, Cat 6. So that night it was just ruined automatically. Like, well, it's already 11:50. My mom's asleep. I'm not gonna fucking go.
Yeah.
Next day, go to my mom's house, get said Category 6 Ethernet cable.
Okay.
Come back to my house, plug it in. Turns out I had band practice in like 30 minutes. So I just wanted to make sure it worked.
Mm-hmm.
Ran it. Flow rider was fine.
Okay.
I went in the crowd real quick. Everything was fine.
Okay.
I was like, all right.
Got good frames,
it works.
everything.
Good frames.
All right.
Solid. Went to band practice. Came back from
Shredded
band
it up,
practice.
though.
Fucking shredded. Slapping the
Teabag
bass,
some
man.
fools.
Slapping the bass.
Yeah.
Teabag some
Better watch
fools.
So, get back. Same thing.
Oh, woof.
The buffering, whatever. So I was like, all right, this is bullshit.
You want my Cat 7?
So, I was thinking maybe it's a video card thing. I read online, some people said they had to update their drivers. My drivers were already updated, so I was
Don't
like, you
you
know
have
what?
a 1080?
I have a 1070.
All right, you should not have card problems.
Exactly. So, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna wait till tomorrow. I'm just gonna breathe this out. Just doesn't. So 2 days have passed of me wanting to play this fucking game. Next day comes, sit down on the couch, fucking smash the X button on Hitman 2. Oh, Direct 3D is not in your system. So I'm like, yeah, it is. I'm looking at it right now. Command line DX diag, and it's right there. So I'm like, all right, this is bullshit. This is a joke. So I go online.
Yeah.
People are like, apparently this was a big thing in Hitman, the
first one.
First one.
So it sounds like an engine problem.
Hold on. So this is all because of Steam Link, or this is happening. Everything you're doing is
No,
through Steam
this
Link.
is a whole new problem.
Okay, but you're still on the Steam Link.
This is on Steam Link, so I was like, fuck this baloney, and then I went to my computer, just desktop.
Oh, okay. All right.
Same thing. So I was like, maybe it's a video card thing. Like I said the night before, I just updated my drivers. Just go online, and the people that suffered it from the Hitman OG, whatever, they were like, yeah, I had to roll back my graphics drivers. So I did that. No, didn't do anything. So, but and like doing all this research, it took me a couple of hours just to pinpoint it because, of course, Hitman 2 also came out 15 years ago.
Oh, the original one.
So when I looked
Solid
up,
assassin.
so when I looked up Hitman 2,
Holy fuck!
I had to
I get it now. I know
Filter
why
out.
Windows didn't go to 9.
yeah. So roll back my graphics drivers. Nothing. So then I found out another solution. It's like, oh, you have to set Steam to run it. Like there's a command line you put in to basically skip
Jesus
the opening part.
Christ.
So the opening part, it's just a little menu that comes up. It says play game, options, or quit. It's not even part of the game. It's just a little fucking window that pops up. Some people said if you skip that, it'll just... Because that's what detects in quotes.
Causing the crash or whatever.
So I did that. Still.
God damn it!
So I was like, I am fuming.
PC Master Race over here.
Right?
I fucking hit the power button on my
Yes.
PlayStation. Everything boots up.
Exactly.
It's great.
Exactly. So then finally I was like, I guess I'm going to have to do a clean uninstall. Just uninstall it and delete the folder that's still there for whatever cache files.
This is right on the heels of you like a week ago going,
Yeah.
I am never touching my PlayStation 4
Yeah.
again.
Oh my
I
god.
am PC
oh
all the
my
way.
God. I'm about to do a quick 180 on that right now. So I uninstall it,
Uh-huh.
and it's already like it's 12 o'clock at night. So, and I'm the type of person, if I play a game like late at night, it's going to be 8 o'clock the next day. I'm like, oh, guess I'm not sleeping. So, uninstall it, everything. And then I click the reinstall button, and it says, total time to finish downloading, 4 hours, because it's like 30-something gigs. I'm like, cool. It's like, what, the 4th day now that I'm not going to be able to play this fucking game? So, uninstall it. All that fun stuff. Graphics drivers are rolled back. Reinstalled it. And then the menu pops up and it starts working again. But it's like, you know what? It's fucking Friday night. I'm not playing Hitman right now.
No.
I've just spent all week trying to get this fucking shit
Oh
done.
my god! And then I text you Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Like, are you having fun with the game?
And I am so I'm scared to because that whole DirectX thing, that whole problem, that popped up just randomly. Like there's nothing that apparently, like when I read up on it, apparently like they just didn't properly set up the game to work on computer for whatever reason.
Oh my god.
So yeah, I didn't play Hitman 2 all fucking week, and I was
Whoa.
supposed to.
You did. You play the game of
Well,
Hitman on your PC.
Yeah.
Hitman 2 played him.
Yeah.
It played me hard. I was at a point when I was like, I can't return it because I already have a
X
set amount of hours. Like
yeah.
I really thought I was like, I can't get this thing to work because I guess the complete or the master way in quotes to fix any kind of computer game issue is to reinstall Windows. But
Oh
I'm
my
under
God.
the impression like I paid full price on this game for the fall sale.
Yeah.
That gives me
It
anxiety.
needs to work. I didn't buy Fallout 76, motherfucker. I bought Hitman 2.
Yeah.
Well, 76 might work better than Hitman at this
It is
point.
not. It is not my fault.
Will it launch? Just the
You know what I mean?
Man.
I shouldn't have to do this.
No.
No,
Because
How
I
many
had a lot
hours
of
do you
fun
have
this
on
week.
Hitman?
I didn't get any more. It's still 6 hours.
I don't know. I think there's an argument if you want to return it.
But I don't want. The thing is, like, I'm buying your game. It needs to work.
All right,
know what I mean?
now it doesn't work, so you want your money back.
Yeah, but I want to play Hitman.
Well, then just get on PlayStation, because let me tell you what, I don't know how you're having any issues, but I hit the power button on my PlayStation, hit the Hitman application, and I see the IO logo. That's just very close to like a Batman opening, that theme. Yeah.
It does. It's
Yeah.
very Batman.
Oh, you've seen it. Have you seen it lately?
What? The startup?
The startup? Yeah.
Oh, now mine actually starts up, so
Yeah.
it's fine.
Oh,
This
okay.
week,
Yeah.
you got it. You got it.
And I'm playing it as soon as we're done recording. I'm gonna
Yeah,
kill.
awesome.
Well, try.
What's his face?
Robert Knox.
No,
Oh, Sean Bean.
Sean Bean. Yeah. 'cause
Yeah.
it's
What
like 48
I would
more
try
hours
to
or
do, maybe while driving, just do it. Just screw it. Draft an email while driving to
Well-
Gabe Newell about returning it, so that way when you get home and it doesn't work again, just send
It's already
it.
there.
And
It's already
then,
there.
Hmm.
Okay, so for the amount that I did play it,
Yeah.
Flow Ride is dope.
Dude, Florida is a lot of fun to play in. I went back and I ripped Florida apart. Like, I saw that whole stage through and through. I really like that.
I feel
great
really
map.
confident in Florida. So I've also played Hitman 2 since finishing Red Dead.
Yeah.
So
And then we've got our second episode of Hitman with a Hammer.
yes,
Hitman 2 with a Hammer up on the
a
site.
little throwback. The
Yeah.
Paris level.
Yeah.
So when I was, like I said, when you get patted down, I decided to just restart it. Just because whatever. So I didn't realize you could go through the tunnel. And then that just like
There's all
opens
sorts
up
of...
that
It's
whole
the pavilion, like
other
it's
mission.
like the conference center kind of thing, or convention center. That's what
Yeah.
I'm gonna say.
And I killed the dude, whatever his fucking name is.
Robert Knox.
Yeah, I fucking tore a page from the flyer and shot. I was like, this is fucking dope. But then, yeah, when I got to the crowd, that's when,
Ah,
just great
That's a bummer.
times to be had.
it's a bummer.
Yeah, but hey, it's
You got a lot ahead of you, though. You're going to... I got through the second and third areas. So the second one is San Fortuna. And the third is Mumbai. No, I don't remember.
I don't remember the third. I haven't gotten there yet.
When is
I've played
the-
Santa Fortuna though.
Colombian one, because that's what you were playing when
That's
I
the
got
second
here.
one.
Okay. That looked dope.
That one's great. I wrote down... Here's what I wrote down while I was fucking watching the, like, completion thing in my notes. Super cocaine and, quote, find the cocaine machine or locate the cocaine machine.
Okay.
That was one of the mission objectives.
Is it just like a vending machine that just sells Coke?
No, it's like one of the dudes who's a drug. So the Colombian mission has you go after 3 people who are all working together to create this big drug world. And the one guy is in the cocoa fields, and he's got a little shack, and there's a machine that processes the cocaine. They break it down into its whatever, and then this machine. So you have to become a lab tech to reinstall a circuit board that you find near a plane crash in the woods, so the cocaine machine works, and you can bring that guy into the building. It's just one of the ways you can kill him, and then there's several ways you can kill him.
Fucking awesome.
Near and around the cocaine machine. But I went through that whole thing, this one and Mumbai, just fucking laughing at how stupid some of it is. But like the whole time, I'm like, oh, this is serious shit. Like the mission you saw earlier, like with where you have to blend in as a member of the band.
No, that was fucking hilarious.
So funny. And I like audibly cackled, and Katie yelled down from upstairs. She's like, "What are you laughing at?" And I was like, "This fucking game is just dumb, but I love it." But at the same time, there's a sense of realism with it where like these fucking drug lords are like pandering to the people in this little city, and they're like, "We're your heroes, and you can be like us one day, and we're here for you." And it's like how fucked up all this stuff is. But also, Agent 47's in a fucking stupid little outfit playing drums in a goddamn...
See, that's what I love, because, like, you don't...
It's all juxtaposed so well.
It's like, oh, not only can he just kill people, but apparently he can play bongos just fine.
Of course he can.
Yeah,
Why wouldn't he?
Don't question it. It just is. Deal with it. It's like, I love that so much.
It's so good.
I love that.
I think... I played a lot of the Columbia one, playing around and seeing different areas of it. There's some cool callbacks to the first game. There's a lot of stuff kind of in there, like different areas that it was fun finding, like weird factories or the hidden cocoa plants or all these things. I didn't go too deep into Mumbai. I just kind of like completed the main assassinations. That one's got a cool thing in it where one of the targets you have to kill is not, you don't know who it is. You just know him by his code name, the Maelstrom. So you have to find the Maelstrom.
Oh, that's cool.
So you have to seek him out while still killing two other people. And you're on the streets of Mumbai where people who work for the Maelstrom are on the lookout for any possible assassinations. There's also a rival assassinator. What do you call him?
Assassin.
Hitman. or assassin, that might be. Yeah, there's another one of them in the level. So there's different things you can do with the other assassin if you want to or not. There's just the variety of options and choice on how to kill and where to kill and what to kill. It's just a lot of fun. Ultimately, with 3 of these missions down now, Hitman 2 is a lot more of the first game, but it's not a bad thing at all. Like
that's what I'm reading online. It's just the first game, but with
it's just
whatever added to it.
They doubled down to it. There's just a lot of fun with scenarios. Like we didn't do too much of the scenario stuff in Hitman 1 because we were playing it however the fuck we played it. Just, will this kill? Yep. Okay. You know what I mean? It was a lot of that. This is more, I'm actually seeing the story play out. There's some stuff like was the end of episode 3 or whatever the fuck, I don't know if it's episode or whatever they call it, but you get a little insight into Hitman's past and stuff. It's neat. I like it.
Have you tried the multiplayer stuff yet?
No, I don't know that I want to.
The ghost mode or whatever.
I
Did you try Sniper Assassin?
No, I was gonna wait for us to do that on video or something.
Well, I play Sniper Assassin.
Oh, how was it?
It's fine. It's you're not interacting with 47, like moving around the world. He's kind of like up on a sniper perch, overseeing like this large castle. I forget the explanation for why you're killing these people, but there's 3 people, and they're all. Oh, that's what it is. They're all part of this like crime gang, and they all. And this group of people agreed to hide their money because there was a lot of heat on them from just governments and the police. And so they made a mutual pact that whoever was the last alive among them got the money or was going to be able to go back to get the money. So one of the members of the group hires you to take out the other 3. And it just so happens that for the first time in forever, these 3 people are all going to be in the same location because of a wedding. And then so you're just on a sniper perch, and you're tasked to take out the targets and their bodyguards. So it's 15 people in total, including the targets. And then you go around and snipe, and you're sniping. You're pretty much holding down L2, looking down your sights. They give you some cool little tools to work with. There's like your regular ammo. There's like, I don't even know how to use it. There's like the shockwave ammo. I don't entirely know what it does. I was trying to mess around with it and I couldn't figure out what it did.
Weird.
But then there was like wall piercing ammo. So like if you put it into detective vision, you can see through walls. Like you could hit someone through a wall hypothetically.
Fucking
Can you see through wooden doors?
No.
X-ray cat can.
No.
But yeah, they got all that good stuff. You have to be careful where you're shooting people, because if you shoot someone that's in the middle of the wedding, like everyone's gonna see, then the targets will go on lockdown, and then they'll try to run to the place like they're leaving the mission at. Yeah, I successfully did it, but I know I can do it cleaner.
Yeah.
Where no one can get detected, and like as like the same with the levels, there's a mastery level. As you get points towards the level, there's a mastery level that unlocks new things. Like the first thing you unlock is like an extended magazine. So instead of having 5 shots before you reload, I think you might get like I haven't played since I unlocked it, but I'm assuming you would get like 7 or 8 or something
cool.
like that.
That's co-op?
That is the one that is co-op. So I'm assuming it would be kind of more of the same, and if you're kind of coordinated out, you could probably take out like 2 targets that are standing next to each other that are off in a distance, because there are definitely those targets where it's like there's the actual red target and the bodyguard, and they're highlighted as yellow. Like I'm sure there's moments where, I mean, I've seen them walk in like one bodyguard and the target. I'm sure if I waited it out long enough, they get to like a secluded enough area, and just if you coordinate your shot,
right.
yeah.
It's getting some Ghost Recon vibes.
Yeah, then, just like the regular missions, there's a point system for doing things successfully. So you'll get more points if you got a headshot. If the target is moving, you get more points for hitting them while they're moving. And then bonus to have if you get a headshot.
That's cool.
It's pretty, it's not basic, but it works.
Yeah.
It was a fun little thing. I mean, it was probably perfect as a little bite-sized snack into Hitman 2 when you got the pre-order or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Forgot they did that.
It's worth checking out if you own the game. Like I said, I spent like 20 minutes with it in total. Oh, yeah, because you have 15 minutes to do the mission.
Okay. There's
a time limit, unless you alert people and then everyone starts running.
Would you be okay if whatever the fucking developers, the
IO Interactive.
IO.
Yeah, you them guys.
Yeah.
Say if they didn't make a Hitman 3 and they just made seasonal DLC.
That's what this kind of feels like.
Yeah. I feel like I'd rather them do that than just make a Hitman 3.
I think the idea originally, before Square sold them off, was that they were going to just make Hitman, and it was going to be Season 1, Season 2, and continue on.
See, I would prefer that, yeah.
Like, go back, was it E3 that they announced it at the Sony's press conference?
That original one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think when you go back excuse me, and listen to the rep they had on stage, it sounded very much like, all right, this is a Hitman, we're delivering this episodically, and we're going to do this in seasons, and it will release as we kind of make them, and we'll do these exclusive targets, and it'll be this ongoing changing world that we'll keep adding to. It just, I think the Square
and that's what this is, because like I was able to go back into Hitman 1 and migrate those levels into Hitman. You had to like activate the license or whatever to push it into 2. So now in Hitman 2, I have all of the updated mechanics they added with a Season 2, so to speak, but I also pulled forward all of my levels from the first game. So there's a lot of that stuff that's carrying over into this. And yeah, I think it's fun to jump in. I would this is all in there, but it's because everything's there, I'm feeling like I need to continue and push myself forward into the next thing. But I feel like had this released the way that Hitman 1 did, it would be that nice little like, oh my God, it's been 2 months. There's a new Hitman level out. Like that.
That's how it was. Yeah.
Yeah, because this game has such a sense of surprise, that's the driving factor behind it. It's just like, can I? Oh my God, I can't believe I can. Or like the little bits, like when I killed one of the people in Colombia, I fucking, I gave her a love letter. I had to sneak into her office, hide the love letter on her desk. She picks it up and carries it out onto the balcony to read it and go, I fucking hate this guy. We broke up for a reason. And then here I come behind her, push her into a goddamn pond where she gets eaten by piranhas when she falls in. Yeah. I didn't expect any of that shit to happen. And like that sense of just like, oh my God, it's just silly. Like that thing happening every 2-3 months. I think that'd be, if they just did this indefinitely.
Yeah, because you're doing, it doesn't matter what level you're playing in Hitman, you're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
You're killing the target or targets.
It's just how you do it and what tools are at your disposal and like what the locale is, like, and where you're hiding or, I like the puzzle behind it. Like there's the, and there's the little extra added challenges. Like the one kill you have to do in the Columbia mission, you have to pretend to be a tattoo artist and sneak into this drug lord's thing to like do cover up on his tattoo. And after the fact, you should probably kill him and get the fuck out. Or you notice that there's a safe in the wall, and you're like, well, I wonder if I can sneak my way around his mansion now that he's dead and find the key to that safe and get back in and do it. And then in the middle of looking for the key in every room possible and not being able to find it, see the little blip pop up that, oops, the body was found. All right, well, now I've got to somehow find, because they're going to know it's me, I got to find my way out of this or find just that sense of like innovation you have to have like within the level, like being able to on the fly come up with an answer. It's a goddamn game.
It's a great game. It's great when it works.
One last thing, I did kill Faba.
You got him.
I got him. I got the elusive target.
Yeah,
I got to do it tonight.
Mr.
Yeah,
Bean.
I feel like I'm gonna fuck up so
just
bad.
take it slow.
All
right.
And
Have
when
you
in
played
doubt,
Main Florida yet? You haven't been able to play Main Florida like completely through, right?
I killed the dude. I'm as the mascot now.
But you haven't really
you don't have to lay the
traversed.
land.
no,
You should learn the lay of the land.
I think I have 48 more. Okay, so maybe I'll do that because I have 48 hours left.
Finish
I mean,
the main mission because you'll see a good run of at least the Miami's layout,
Okay.
and then you can double back
I
to.
mean, to be fair, though, most of it is in the convention center.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I kind of just ran in and that was fine. I ended up having to get a little improvisational, but that's the beauty of Hitman. Sometimes things are gonna go great. Other times you're gonna huck a pair of fucking scissors at somebody and take off running.
It is scary
it.
though, man. When you go in there, it's like
Yeah, it's,
one try, one kill.
Oh,
like it
they
is
set you up for it.
very scary.
But
yeah, once you get in there, you're fine.
It's pretty good.
Fucking love this game.
Yeah, me too. We're gonna take another quick break, a little baby one, and we'll be right back for some news after this. Matt,
Yes.
I think your dream came true. Well, part of your dreams came true. Mario,
Hentai in VR?
huh?
Huh?
Fuck. Mario Tennis got an update.
It did.
Did you play any of it?
No, because I
Okay.
still
Alright.
need to pay for online, and I'm not doing that.
All right. But it seems like a lot of the stuff you said, I wish this would happen.
Yeah,
happened.
some of it.
Yeah.
Let's not get too excited. Some of it.
So, online tournament changed a little bit.
Yeah, there seems to be less rounds. Seems like it's a 3-round structure.
Mm-hmm.
So, before, I think it was, 5?
Got
I think
me.
it was 5. 1, 2, quarter. Yeah, I think it was 5. So, yeah, I guess some of that matchmaking time has come down some, with it being a little bit easier to reach the finals.
Mhm.
But the biggest change in that list, and I don't know if you're going to get there, but I'm sure you were, but is the doubles. Doubles, we're finally seeing.
Matt, this new patch introduces the new doubles class in the online tournament mode, which is you've been asking for a while.
Yeah, that's nice.
Are you excited about it because you can play with other people or because you can use the Nintendo Switch online voice chat app to talk with your teammate?
Not the latter.
Oh.
No, it's nice that they were finally put in like online doubles play that was competitive besides just matching up with your friends.
Yeah.
So now, like, hypothetically, me and you, Joe, if you had the game, could hop into an online tournament together
Nice.
and, try to
That's
win a
cool.
tournament or whatever.
That's cool.
I think you can matchmake randomly too to find a partner. I'm not sure on that part. I don't remember what that press release said.
This does not state one way or the other. Your doubles partner... Nope, yeah. Your doubles partner can be someone on the same Switch as you, someone on your friends list, or a stranger with the same or a similar rank as you.
So, yeah.
And rating in this mode is calculated for each individual player, not the team. So if you get paired up with someone who sucks, it's not going to affect your ranking, which is cool.
So this, this is more of a permanent ranking in this game, but this is unlike Splatoon, where like once me and you are a team for that 2-hour time frame, we're like a team, we're linked together. So yeah, it's nice. I still think that there's not enough players in that player base to keep going, but at least they started to resolve the matchmaking problems. I can't sit here and say that it's not fixed because I haven't played it, but I still bringing the rounds from 5 to 3, I'm sure makes it better, but I don't think it's going to solve the problem. I still think it needs to be some kind of ranking system of some sort.
They did say that it's A rank, B rank, C rank, and D rank now.
Yeah, there is that ranking system in place, but it's still a tournament structure.
Oh, okay.
So you're still going to be locked with looking for someone in the semifinals or in the finals. From the sounds of it, they didn't say they were changing that, and that's been that way since day one. So once again, if there's not a lot of people in the finals looking for a game, you're going to be either A, looking for forever, or once you maybe finally get paired with someone, it's going to be someone so out of your league that it doesn't matter. Now, the ranking system is going to help with the out of your league thing, but as I just said, if there's no one on, I'm sure the search is going to expand to the point where you eventually find someone and they might be in a whole another tier than you. They did change the length of a game, though. I forget how they tweaked it. Oh my god, does it? I don't remember. I think you can just. Oh yeah, that's what it is. I think if you just win 2 games straight.
Yes, if you
win. If you guys tie the 2 games, then you go immediately to a tiebreaker.
Yes, but if you 2-0, it says basically if you don't 2-0 someone, you'll go to a tiebreaker instead of having to win 2 more games.
Correct.
You'll keep half of your rating going into the December tournament. Oh, that's something else.
So yeah, the matches are a little bit shorter because there have been some matches where once you get into the tiebreaker, it is a 30-minute game sometimes, depending on how back and forth it is. But
all right, so Friday Smash comes out. You pull the trigger on your free trial. Does that, because you're going to do it for Smash, I assume. So
probably
it's what you threatened for some time now. So this patch, the fact that you'll have online at least for a week, does that at least get you to?
I might revisit it.
Yeah.
I might revisit it, 1, just to see what the state of it is. 2, maybe to remind myself of some things for Game of the Year.
If you don't hate it, does that push you to buy the service?
No.
Okay.
No, the community's fallen too far off of that game for it to warrant a subscription. Smash is going to be the thing whether or not I buy it. I'm not even sure if Smash can convince me, though. We'll see.
We Talked about it earlier, but Red Dead Online is out.
Red Dead.
Yeah,
I posted that before I saw the dates.
It is out, and
I didn't think it was going to be out like the same day.
Right. In tandem, another Rockstar story. Rockstar abandons its trademark for Agent.
Man.
So
wasn't that
I don't even know what this is.
Agent was announced at like the PS3 unveiling as an exclusive from Rockstar.
What?
Or
It became-
PlayStation.
Why is this relevant?
Because for years, anytime somebody got Jackie T up in a fucking interview, they'd be like, "What's going on with Agent?" And he'd be like, "Talk to Rockstar. I don't know." It was this like they showed. It was definitely not gameplay. It was this in-engine. You were
I
like
don't
an-
remember the trailer
I
at
don't
this
even
point to
remember.
be.
You were like an FBI agent barreling down a fucking highway in the middle of the desert, and there was a shootout, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, Rockstar's new game, and it's only on PlayStation." And it's just never turned into anything other than that trailer. But Rockstar won't come out and say, "Yeah, we canceled it." No one's ever said that. They just don't comment on it at all. But
So they just canceled the trademark.
the
Or
trademark
they let it go.
has
I
not
think.
been renewed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least it eliminates those like 3 assholes every E3 that say, "This is the year we see Agent. It's been revealed."
Yeah.
I hear at least one person or see one
It's
person
always-
post
yeah.
it.
They're making so much money off of Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead. They have no reason to make any other game ever. They'll
Bully
just make
2.
them too.
Bully 2, game as a service. So Pokemon Let's Go was the 4th best-selling product on Black Friday. But in another turn, Nintendo Switch was, I believe, the 3rd best-selling item. Sorry.
Are you talking about just in the realm of video games, or you mean like
I
just
think like overall.
like overall?
Yeah, overall.
Even compared to like HD TVs and microwaves.
I think
Really?
they were just beat by laptops.
That's insane.
But yeah, like Let's Go wasn't even on sale.
And it's still
yeah.
some games like Fallout 76 were. I don't know that list.
Yeah. I know that on Thanksgiving, I believe, on Thanksgiving, Nintendo Switch was the third best-selling toy, period. Toy. Like, fucking Hatchimals can't touch it. I don't know what a Hatchimal is.
That's
What's
nuts
a
because
Hatchimal?
like it wasn't even like a deal. Like there's been other bundles with like a game included.
Yeah, it wasn't like an insane deal. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
The insane deal was the PlayStation
Yeah, Spider-Man.
for $200.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Did you see the picture of that motherfucker with like a whole cart full of them?
Yep, I saw that.
Fucker.
It's like called neckbeards. No, he's just a scalper. He's an a-hole. Never mind.
Yeah.
It's probably teabagging in Soul Calibur with the best
See,
of us.
that's a teabagger. That's a teabagger right there.
Notice how I said
guaranteed.
the best of us though.
What do we got? I'm trying to group together all these Game Award stories in one. So let me got an update with Bloodstained. There it is. Jesus, I couldn't remember the goddamn name of the game. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. There's a message from Koji Igarashi. Update number 75 to the Kickstarter. It's me, Iga. For this month's update, we have an incredible support who will be joining the Bloodstained team. Can you guess who? It's Way Forward. That's right, Way Forward, the makers of Shantae. As you may already know, they are top tier when it comes to side-scrolling action games. There's even a staff member who previously worked on one of my projects, which is incredibly encouraging. In consideration of their past achievements, Way Forward will be helping with the development team to realize my vision for this game. And maybe I am even more excited than everyone else. With their help, Bloodstained will become an even better game.
So that means were there issues with the existing vision for Bloodstained?
I appreciate you asking that. We have a follow-up from the brand manager on Twitter. So, a little bit of clarification. So it just said, this brand manager states, "Hey everyone, we've noticed there may be some misunderstanding with this announcement or letting people's concerns get the better of them unnecessarily. Let me repeat and clarify where possible. Bloodstained is coming out in 2019. An exact release date is coming soon. We know what that date is, and we'll release it according to our marketing plan. We received a lot of feedback from the beta backer demo, overwhelmingly asking for improvement on certain areas like graphical fidelity. Our goal is also to have no further delays to the one we already announced, moving the launch to 2019. Wanting to deliver as many improvements as we can while also maintaining our launch schedule, 505 Games, the publisher, and Artplay, the developer, have partnered with Way Forward, an absolutely amazing studio with a proven track record of excellence, especially in the 2D platformer genre. Way Forward has been working with us well before this announcement was made. The announcement comes now because of boring procedural and legal stuff that had to be sorted out first. Iga and Artplay are still very much in charge of the project. Way Forward have simply joined the team to add value to various areas, some of which I have mentioned, while other very exciting things we have yet to announce and discuss." That brand manager is on the Bloodstained subreddit, kind of always chiming in with, answers where able to. So if you have questions, I say hang out there. But
Okay.
Other things they're withholding and excited to announce. I smell a battle royale.
well, I think it was Marc who said it's probably just going to be a fucking press select to swap to 2D graphics.
I would laugh
I would love.
because nobody's gonna do the 3D one.
Yeah, I would.
Fuck it, I'll do it.
I just think that was a dumb direction in the first place. I get why, I don't agree with their reason either. That making sprite work is hard. It takes a long time. I'm like, but there's people who out there with their games come out a lot sooner than this, and it's fine.
I think
Anti Creates, good example.
yeah,
They just could have done that.
but I think Inti Creates using a different engine. I don't know all the specifics of it. I'm thinking if you're
Regardless, sprite
developing,
work isn't that hard.
I'm just saying if you're developing something in Unity, it might be easier just to model it and then have it play out rather than animate each. I have no idea how video games are made.
Yeah.
Depends. That's a whole other story, but it depends.
Just hit the port button.
Yeah, it's the fucking port button.
Right. See, that's what I'm saying.
Save as. All right. Where you guys want to go next? You want to go Smash Brothers? You want to go Game Awards?
What's there to say about Game Awards?
A lot.
All right, let's talk about.
predictions or what are we
no
talking about here?
predictions.
All right, let's talk about Smash Brothers then. The game's out in the wild, so be mindful of that as it starts to get spoiled. There's a day one patch, which I don't even know why that's a news story, because everything is day one patch now.
It's
But
even
this
large though, wasn't that like large?
I don't know. But this one specifically will fix an issue with the game's replay system. Okay. Yeah. Also, Sakurai, director of the game, he's directing this, right? Of course
He made it single-handedly.
Yeah, right. I forgot. He didn't have to do much. He just had to use one finger to hold down Command and the other one to hit Shift, and then another one to hit S, so he could save as.
That's how games are made.
Yeah.
And he did that for some characters too, and just changed some colors.
So over on sourcegaming.info, we've got a translation from Famitsu, where Sakurai talks about the main theme, an advanced spirit, the day one patch, and why Kirby survived, which I thought was pretty interesting. So all the fighters perish at once in World of Light, but there wouldn't be much of a story if one of them didn't survive. So why did I choose Kirby? It must be because you created the Kirby series. I thought you might say that, but from a game design perspective and based on process of elimination, Kirby was the obvious choice. We need a solid, convincing reason for why said character could outrun Galeem. All fighters possessing normal abilities were immediately disqualified, given that its assault enveloped the ends of the galaxy. Only a vehicle that could defy the laws of physics would work. Even short-distance teleportation wouldn't be enough. Some of you may have forgotten, but Kirby's Warp Star has been able to, warp since his very first game. That alone made him a pretty solid contender. The only other two fighters that could have survived would have been Bayonetta or Palutena. That said, Bayonetta's enemies from Purgatorio, a hellish otherworld, were turned into spirits, so it wouldn't have made sense for her to escape. Other divine beings like Hades were also turned into spirits, so there was no way Palutena could have survived too. Plus, it would have been difficult to use Bayonetta or Palutena as the starting character. The first character players try has to be simple and easy to use. As you may have seen in The Smashing Life, Kirby was voted as the character they should play first. I really had no other choice than Kirby. So there you go.
Snake should have survived. That box could have protected him.
It's true. I'm really stoked for that game. Don't know if you guys know it, but Simon Belmont's in the game. You think Simone? You think
wrestling Pokemon's in it. I don't even know his name.
Incineroar.
And Incineroar is in it.
Incineroar's dope. Do you think we're gonna get a DLC announcement this week? First character? You think we're gonna reveal the Game Awards? You think Reggie's got
I don't
something?
think Nintendo cares about the Game Awards.
Girl.
Really?
They were there Bayonetta 3 was announced there last year.
Bayonetta 3 was last
and
year.
And the 1 and
first
2
look
come
at-
to Switch.
Yeah, the first look at Breath of the Wild outside of E3 happened at the Game Awards.
really?
Nintendo's had a pretty
Oh.
good relationship there.
Oh, I didn't watch it, so I don't know.
What they should do, Reggie should bring up Jack Trenton for him to announce something.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
Jack Trenton
Sorry, no,
is attending.
I tried to open one of these news stories and the site who it's hosted by is down.
I love nude stories.
So I can't give you all the
there
full
was,
details.
Jack Trenton bought it, guys.
There was a video of Jeff Keighley and Reggie talking earlier
Really?
about the Game Awards, and he was joking of like, oh, like we didn't want to we don't want Smash to take up the spotlight for us, so that's why we're on the 6th. And then Reggie said something. He was like, yeah, we'll have to do something special for your event or whatever, like related, like I don't know if it's related to Smash, but I feel like it.
Well,
Get ready for your Fire Emblem character, guys. Woo!
Well,
me costume.
multiple people have been hinting at Metroid Prime 4
Yeah, that's what I just said.
being at the Game Awards. So I can't read this full series because this full article because I'm getting
You can air 502.
getting a good hot 502. But there were some people who are seemingly in the know tweeting and saying things. One of the quotes that I can make out here says, "If only we had an X-ray visor to see what these games are." That's a Metroid reference. I think we see Metroid Prime. You think we see it?
You have to, because this time, around this time last year, for most anticipated, you were talking about how a fucking title card gave you the most imagination and why it should be the most anticipated.
Yeah.
You cannot make that same argument twice. I was against it the first time. You're not making that a second time.
You think that?
I would like to see Metroid
Mark,
Prime
Red Dead
gameplay.
2 won.
Yeah, me too.
I would like it.
And Red Dead 2 is really good.
What else did we get? Game Awards this week.
Foreshadowing.
Bunch of neckbeards screaming in the background.
So,
A lot of them teabagging.
first, there were
They
rumors
definitely teabag.
of Rocksteady's Superman game circling ahead of the Game Awards. A Superman game has appeared on the Game System Requirements website with the developer listed as Rocksteady Studios. Then, Rocksteady confirms it's not making a Superman game and has no announcement for the Game Awards. Rocksteady director? Is that who he is? Yeah. Co-founder and game director Sefton Hill went to Twitter to say, "Looking forward to the Game Awards this year. We're still hard at work in our development bunker, so don't expect an announcement from Rocksteady Games. When it's ready to show, you'll be the first to know. Spoiler, it's not Superman." Guys, I'm going to call David Jaffe on this shit, because I remember when he said, "I'm not going to E3," and then motherfucker drove out on stage in a goddamn ice cream truck. Rocksteady's going to be at this thing.
That's
Thursday night.
Well, they don't have to. So what if they lie about going?
Yeah.
Ooh, like they can. Fuck, they're not gonna be. Oh, yep, you caught us red-handed. Who's that?
I just typed in "yeah right" to a fucking GIF website, and that's what I found.
That looks like a porn right there.
It might be. I
The
don't know.
beginnings of one.
beginnings of one.
There's an audio podcast, Ben, so let's describe what we're seeing. It is a very low-cut T-shirt on a woman.
You could
and
have
she
said
is winking.
anything. You could have just said, "Joe's got a screen filled with hentai," and
No, we gotta
it's
keep
just
it.
a woman giving a very sarcastic
We gotta
wink.
keep it.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously rated R, but not NC-17.
There you
That's where we gotta cross the line. However,
it's just a
hentai's
woman
dope.
winking.
Rocksteady's doing Powerpuff Girls. Sound.
Dude,
Rocksteady-
that'd be cool.
So-
I'm all in for that.
One of the ones I heard this week.
Jojo.
One of the rumors I heard is that Rocksteady's making. I think you sent it, right? Rocksteady's making a Justice League game that's a game as a service.
They said that it was a game based on a group of superheroes.
Right.
That would be a games of service. We're
What
already
if-
assuming it's Justice League.
What if it's a group of nerds dressed as superheroes and we're getting
Oh,
a Big
no.
Bang Theory as a game as
God.
service?
No, hold on. Seriously. God damn it. If you made a Justice League game in vein of Destiny, where every couple months you add a new, not planet, but a new city. You know what I mean? Like Destiny, whenever there's an expansion, we get a new planet to go run around on, do different things on. If you did that, you roll out this core game with core members of the Justice League, playable, and you get to bounce between Metropolis and Gotham and whatever. And then your 6-month mark hits and you roll out Central City and you get to introduce the Flash as a playable character. Like, sign me the fuck up. Like, twice. I'll buy it on everything I
Oh, it's
fucking
just like
own.
an MMO then.
Oh my god.
Right?
Yeah,
Well, they
but
did that. It's been done.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about DC Universe Online.
But
I'm not-
I'm also talking about the one like you create your own superhero. Like I know that's not Justice League, but we've seen the MMO stuff. I don't want that.
but where does Rocksteady go? You made those 3 really, really great Batman games. The next step up, like,
Maybe they don't want to do superhero shit.
the fuck else are they gonna do? They're
the Big
owned.
Bang Theory game.
God, they're owned by Warner Brothers. You know what I mean?
Scribble knots? I don't know. No.
What? I don't know.
Warner Bros. Has a CW. All right, so the Big Bang Theory is out. Sorry. That's who owns
What a shame.
CBS? It's it Viacom?
CBS?
Yeah,
I
who's the
think
parent?
fucking CBS. owns-
Anyway.
I feel good about a Justice League game, and I feel good about it being announced this week.
When is the Game Awards? Let's remind everybody.
Thursday, December 6th at 7? 6? I think the pre-show's 6. Game Awards start at 7. Finally, not finally, almost finally, maybe finally. I don't know. BioWare also teased a Dragon Age announcement. Rumored Dragon Age Andromeda. Sorry, that was a lie. Ooh, sorry,
That
Matt.
PTSD
Jesus.
over there, man.
Yeah, Casey Hudson teased a Dragon Age announcement in a recent post on BioWare's official blog. If you've been following these blogs or myself and Marc Dara on Twitter, you know we're also working on some secret Dragon Age stuff. Dragon Age is an incredibly important franchise in our studio, and we're excited to continue its legacy. Look for more on this in the coming month. Though I won't tell you where.
Game Awards. It has to be Game Awards.
To
What else is
look.
going to be?
Might be. Wasn't the thing.
Is it kind of funny having like a weird showcase this year?
I don't know. I know that Keeley said like this is the most announcements they'll ever have ever, which he says every year, and we end up with like random little fucking indie games that are cool, but not like the big ones we're expecting. I feel like this might actually have some big ones. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself.
I mean, he did say, it was like the most premieres or whatever.
Which,
so-
of course,
I
right?
mean,
Like,
like,
that's
So
a
you
great
do have
market
to, you
premiere
do
premiere.
have to
They do it
consider high and low,
Right.
whatever that means to you.
Yeah, like I know, like we get a lot of indie stuff, but if you show me the people, like the next thing from the people from, I mean, we already know what it is, but we saw an actual trailer of the Oxenfree people, their next game. Sign me up. Like, I
Yeah.
want to see that kind of stuff.
I agree, but I also want to see the new Justice League game from Rocksteady
They also
and Metroid Prime 4.
There's going to be a Death Stranding. They're rumored.
No, I don't want anything to fucking do with it. I'm done. Just put Norman Reedus out.
I'm just saying that
They
I
could
was
do it.
reading
Hold
this
on,
game-
wait. They could do it though because there's gonna be no Sony E3.
That's what I'm saying.
That's true.
If you want to,
If you
we
don't
might see a trailer,
have-
but it might be a whole year before
No.
you see it again.
I was like, if they do show anything, it has to be
a release date.
The release date. That's what they're
or
rumoring.
Shadow Drop.
There's no way.
No way. No.
Do they
way.
do that? Oh, I
No,
kind of
they're
want
not
them
going
to
to
do that.
No, they're not going
Dude,
to.
Kojima's totally.
No.
He
That's a
could, if
marketing
anyone could
blunder
do
right
it,
there.
it would be him. I'm not saying it's likely to happen, but I can see that.
What if he came
within
out-
the realm of possibility?
What if he came out and Shadow dropped not a trailer, a demo, and it was called TP?
Fuck you.
He would
Don't
do
even-
that.
Don't.
I know I'm this roll of toilet paper, but are you your roll of toilet paper?
We got a week. A good week. It's going to be a really good week.
A few days.
No. I mean, like, we got a good week ahead of us.
Oh,
Sorry.
week ahead of us.
Sorry.
I
It's
thought
going
you
to be a
meant
good
like
one. It's going to be a real good one.
Oh, we haven't talked about it much, but there's gonna be that new Alien game there too. I'm curious to see what that looks like.
Oh yeah,
Is that gonna be a follow up to Isolation, or are they going more the action route?
Don't know.
Blackout. Right? Is that what it's called?
I think it's that sounds right. Don't know on top of my head.
Maybe it's a code name. I don't know.
I don't know.
Colonial Marines.
2. And it's just a remaster of the first one.
Love it.
Exactly the same in this buggy
Love it.
mess.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm real stoked for this week.
Do you ever talk about that? The coding fix in the Colonial Marines about the AI and
I
I
how
think we did. Yeah.
I don't know if it's deja vu. If I can't remember if we talked about it or heard another
can't remember.
podcast, or if I did hear on another podcast and I brought it here. I don't know.
It was somewhere.
Yeah.
We're all connected, right? Through aliens, colonial marines.
Words are hard, man.
Yeah, I don't like them. All right, I think that's it. Unless I missed something.
There's that whole Fallout 76.
Yeah, I didn't
canvas
miss anything.
versus
Got it.
Nylon. It's pretty much all you need to know.
That 76 is a mess. That will be talked about in a few weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, fuck.
Still want to get it.
Influencers.
Why?
I still want to play it. I still want to play it.
Just
It's Fallout Online. Just give it a little bit. Make them fix it.
Breaking kayfabe. That's my favorite phrase this year. We have had internal discussions about Game of the Year and potential nominees and categories, and we kind of know how things are shaping up category wise and nominee wise. Fallout 76 is gonna get some mentions.
well, we'll be talking about it for sure. Speaking of which, Game of the Year stuff will roll out the week of Christmas. Until then, we'll have stuff.
Smash coverage.
Smash coverage is coming. We will have Hitman with a Hammer. Hitman 2 with a Hammer is continuing every Friday. Under My Umbrella is continuing every Monday until I run out of ink ribbons. Stay tuned for that. But we made some good progress this week. Check that out later today. It'll be up on the site. We'll look at Artifact this week. Mark and I, our secret project is coming. We got a name. And it's happening. Right? What?
Mark's giving a blank
I don't
stare
know.
of-
I don't know what the. I don't want to. I don't know
We'll
what
just
to
leave
say
it-
because you didn't want to talk about it. You wanted to.
I wasn't gonna say when it's coming or what. But we're finally to the point where it's
Yeah, yeah, we
almost
did.
it's
Yeah.
almost real.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna say.
This has just been a giant tease. They're doing absolutely nothing.
We've just been hanging out watching hentai.
What's wrong with it?
Ooh, what if that's a series? What if it's recording you guys watching hentai? That's
We gotta get away from hentai on this podcast. There's too much talk of it.
Well, what do
Not
you want?
enough.
Hentai or soup
God damn it.
or Big Bang Theory?
Oh my god. 2019's gotta get better than this. We gotta
Hey,
we gotta step
we
it up.
moved. We have moved from fidget spinners.
Yeah.
I've stuck to my word.
Mm.
I killed that last year with the epic Christmas gift, but however, I got something good lined up for you all
I
this
don't
year.
even want to know what. Did you get us vape pens?
No.
God, you should have bought us all a Jewel. I would have started vaping if you
No,
bought it for me.
no.
No?
Let that evolve
no,
another year, because
no.
there might be some better shit to come out of
No.
that. No, nope. It's gaming related. I got you all. We're
Oh, no, I'm
good.
scared.
We are good to
If you bought
go.
me a Bazinga t-shirt.
I think I would actually throw up.
Yeah. Anyway. What else? That's it, probably. We got other stuff. It's all coming down the pipeline. I will say this. I feel super excited. There's
a lot going on in December.
a lot going on in December. We've already got some plans for the next year, which is cool. I feel good about everything. I got my checklist I'm slowly ticking away at, fixing the website up. I feel good. Feel great. Smash Brothers, Friday. In stores. Buy now. All right, let's close this thing out. TheFreeCheese.com is a website where everything is. Go there. Do what you got to do there. Twitter. The Free Cheese is at Some Free Cheese. Ben is at Sev Benz. Mark is at... Sorry, let me slow down. Ben is at Sev Benz. Mark is at Og_mental. Matt is at MattyIce131. I'm at The Free Cheese. Podcast at TheFreeCheese.com is an email where you can send your soup stories, your hentai fears, and everything in between. That's it. Enjoy the Game Awards. Enjoy Super Smash Brothers. Let us know who you're going to be maining as.
Team Samus over here.
Yeah.
And Incineroar. He's going to be my second.
I'm curious about Simon. I feel like he's going to be too heavy for me. Obviously, I'm going to play as him.
I'm going to suplex your
I see
ass.
some pretty good combos online with them.
Suplex.
But I'm curious to try out Dark Samus. Because Samus was always my jam back on the 64 between Samus and Link.
I forgot about Dark Samus.
Yeah. Dark Samus is in the jam.
I don't have to say mine. I said it earlier.
Isabel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's something great about the Killager, though.
I like them both. I like them both.
It's
But
that innocence, but
Yeah.
you know he's gonna fucking murder your ass.
Yeah.
Not kill, murder you with a
Isabel-
tree.
Isabel has that fishing rod though.
Man. And all the fucking intense, especially Mark with the Villager, is just a motherfucker.
I'm just an asshole.
Because all Mark does with... All right, this is a whole other conversation. But it's a lot of setup and a lot of just like... when's he going to do it? What's...
I do the same thing with Link. It's just
Yeah.
translate it differently.
We
Beating
will
you in
have an
different
answer
forms.
if he can teabag and smash on Sunday.
You surely... Yeah,
Or
I mean,
sorry, on Monday.
we'll report back, but you
Yeah.
definitely can. Promise you that. Promise you. Promise. All right, that's it. Free Cheese episode 276. We're done. We'll see you next week. Bye. Wait, thanks, Ben. Thanks, Mark. Thanks, Matt. Thanks, listener. Bye.